physically?
So the party is currently split between two different towns 100 miles apart from each other, as I understand. Which is cool. So, yeah, I suppose we should begin.
Who all did come with Flint to Dagger Falls?
Good question.
Was it just me?
I think it was me as well.
Okay, that's one.
I mean, if we were swinging up that way, I think Rizal would have come with, right? Like,
Yeah, it's mostly business.
I think it was just who was doing magic items at the time.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, if you were busy working on magic items, then you probably wouldn't have been able to. But yeah.
So Devi alone stays in Shadowdale.
Stay too.
Right.
I guess, right?
Luna already did her jaunt.
If Devi is working on my sword, I will stay in Shadowdale. That'd be pretty shit.
Okay.
Here's my weapon. Just enchant it for me. I'll be right back.
That's it.
That'd be pretty dog. So I'll stay. I'm staying put.
You're gonna leave Flint in charge of the party funds.
Oh god. And we never saw him again.
It was what the last rogue did.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. That's Arizona's job.
If he did try to dip with the party funds, Roz would have a excuse to burn him.
True.
He'd give you half.
There you go.
Yeah,
Roz doesn't like money. He's purely about seeing them flames.
Man's a purist. Got principles. Care
He
about your
knows
shitty
what he
money. I
likes.
just want to see little animals burn.
Street cats.
But he only burns with a purpose. So if you give him a purpose,
It's not going to take much of a purpose.
1 gold piece to go kill a dude.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
Oh man, see, there's this wizard here, right? There's this wizard.
God.
I was so hoping that wizard was going to try to fight us when we were there.
Second asshole wizard.
Oh,
Just the TPK.
Yeah, you weren't there for that guy, but there was a dude with a bald head and like an overinflated ego, and needless to say, he went like 3 straight point blank burning hands on a level 1 party.
Yeah,
There was
the
one
one surviving member
survivor.
told me about it.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a second one out there.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
gonna
was
go walk in jail.
I was down and about to make death saves, and he hit me with I think it was magic
Dagger.
missile. So he just killed me with all the failed death saves.
Oh God.
Then he was stabbing some other person repeatedly,
Yeah.
laughing.
Oh yeah, that was what I walked in on him, was him stabbing the other party member.
What was that Minotaur's name? Because he didn't actually
Alexander.
ever get Alexander. He never got killed, Alexander. He went to prison, and that was the last we ever heard of him. We don't know anything.
He's the champion of the fighting pits.
At this point, might as well be.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if I don't know if any of us individually could beat like an actual barbarian in melee combat like that.
Not without gear.
cheating.
Not without cheating, yeah.
Yeah, not without cheating.
We're all pretty
Like,
good at
if I get a knife, I bet I could do it. But
Yeah, not to mention
Yeah.
that he's a barbarian.
yeah,
That being a minotaur, he gets a D6 or something in his horizontal arm strike.
Yeah.
D4.
he's got a better unarmed strike, more HP than me, and like just
And rage and all that. Yeah.
oh god, yeah. Like I mean, both me and him have rage, but he's got more hit points and hits harder, so it's like he's gonna win. If we can get a 2v1 though, yeah, we bet we can do that.
Yeah, if Dahlia happened to die, I was planning to switch back to him if he's still alive. But I'm not in any rush to make that happen, of course.
Me
I know
either.
where he is. He featured in what I was writing last night, so I know where he is.
Hamburger. This hamburger is so good.
Fuck.
I mean, we already have cannibals in the party, so it's not much of a stretch.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
It's a common theme in this game.
That's true. We had a cannibal last time too, didn't we? In Avernus.
Did we?
Fuck. Cannibal.
Yeah. What's his name's character?
The
The
barbarian.
wizard. No, the wizard. Necromancy
Oh.
wizard.
Oh, the hobgoblin.
Oh,
No.
Ephraim.
Was he Hobgoblin?
Yes,
I don't
Ephraim was
remember.
a
Yeah.
hobgoblin wizard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wasn't he? Didn't he eat people?
I can't remember. He
Think
was certainly
so?
unsavory.
Hey,
I mean, most
The
people in that
player
one were pretty
character-
impaired.
You can blanket say about 1 in 6 like players of D&D are playing a character right now that are cannibal. Maybe even a little higher. Depends on the group, I suppose. But I'm gonna say about 1 in 6. Yeah.
I mean, this group's about 50-50, isn't it?
I mean, okay, how many of us would do it enthusiastically without being forced at like animal mob point?
1.5.
Roz would definitely.
Ross,
Yeah.
We got 2, so we're also like a special party. You know what? Actually, I take that back. We were talking
Special.
about cannibalism
Fucking
a lot in our
nuts.
fucking in our the circus campaign yesterday. It came up that several players in that group are cannibals. Like that was the first session. It's like, oh, we got 1, 2, maybe 3 cannibals here. Oof.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of noms.
I mean, it's a renewable resource, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, at least you guys didn't go through a ration, right?
We are in the Dales, so like, there's plenty of them.
Yeah. It's kind of backwoods up here, so.
Half the NPCs are probably cannibals.
I mean, yeah, I bet a lot of these people fucking like go to the fucking concerts. You know what I'm saying? Luna knows some of these people. Oh yeah, he totally eats people.
Oh yeah, he ate his last wife. Yeah. He only eats elves.
So does that one troll.
You don't see his sister anymore. They didn't have a good harvest.
Yeah.
Alright. So half the party's in Daggerfall and half the party's in Shadowdale. What's our next step?
I'm making a couple of runs around here doing some errands, stocking up health potions, maybe getting some barding commissioned, and possibly picking up some real estate here.
They can do the
then I
leather
think-
barding and that sort of stuff, and hide can all be done more or less overnight, not quite, but pretty
Okay.
quickly. Whereas anything involving metal, you'll have to go to Shadowdale because that's where the forge is.
Okay, that's perfect because I only need some hide armor. Just it's more or less something to like keep the rain and whatnot off, but it's gonna
Yeah.
bump that 10 AC to 12.
Yep, they can give you some hide armor for your horse right now. It's secondhand, but it's clean, perfectly functional. So if you want to save time, they'll sell it to you straight away. If you want something, done up particular because you're some city slicker, then you'll just have to wait.
Oh nah, secondhand is just fine by me then. That should be I think 40 gold. 'Cause it's 4 times the price if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
I think leather might be cheaper though here. Just I'll check. Where is he? Ogdar. Old Fort, Daggerfalls. I think it's Ogdar. Does he have the prices? No, he doesn't have them. Delwar must have the prices. Yeah. So, no. wonder where it is. Not sure where it is. The prices of leather. In any case, we'll just say that it's half. These
Okay.
leather is really
Very
cheap.
nice.
Yeah. So it's normally
Perfect.
4 x 4 instead of it's only ×2.
Gotcha. I'm also gonna pick up some saddlebags and a proper military saddle, something
Oh,
with some
yeah?
stirrups, so I can actually shoot mounted pretty easily.
Yeah, same thing. You want it second hand, then they can give it to you now if you want to pay for it. That's something else, but it's half price because it's made of leather.
All right, perfect. Yep, I will pick both of those up. How much would it cost to get the priestess to do kind of a ceremony over these healing potions we liberated from the Bay Knights?
She's never done anything like that before. She's not sure what to do about it. Let's see. Let's see if she can work it out. No, as far as she knows, like you'd be starting all over again. There's nothing technically wrong with them, as far as she can tell. Like Bane has no ability to suddenly convert them to evil or poison or anything like that. It's once a bullet is made, it's a bullet, regardless of whoever made it. And that's the way she sort of feels about this. She doesn't think that it can be compromised, but she does recognise that it is dedicated to Bane. You will have to break the Baneite seal, so she can break the seal and replace it with a Lathander seal, but that's about all she can do.
Yeah, I'll do that and donate 10% of it to the church then. So
Yeah, cool.
Give 1 over to her then.
Yeah, that sounds good. It breaks the seal, pours fresh wax on it, stamps it again. And, as she hands it over to you, she calls them counterfeit point potions.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna pick up 1 potion of restoration, and I forgot to check that. And that should be all I need there, unless anybody else wanted me to pick up anything. They give Flint gold to go buy health potions.
Nah, I need the action to dodge.
I mean, you got magic for it, but when you get knocked out, I need something on hand to resurrect you with.
That's fair.
Alrighty, yeah, I think that'll be about all I need then.
I was going for more
Was
of the
this-
chuckle.
Was this bright-bellied fellow someone in Daggerdale?
He is, yeah.
Dagger Falls, I mean.
Yeah, he's retired, I think, but he hasn't left town. He's still in Daggerdale. It's a long road to Cormier, and he's not in any hurry.
Is he still selling the scrolls?
Yeah, he is, because he can't find anyone to buy his business, so he's still got the scrolls available.
We could just buy the business.
Could just buy
That's
the
what-
business.
Yeah, it's what, like 400 gold? That's not too much for it right now. Man, I am really
Oh, it's
bad at
300.
navigating. Is it
300 gold for the entire
Yeah.
business, yeah.
If we buy the business, do we get everything he has too?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
might as
it's
well.
a good deal. I was gonna I was gonna pick it up and hand it over to Razul, but because I think he's got proper cartographer's tools, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick it up essentially for Razul, but it's under Death Wish property. It's a Death Wish subsidiary.
Can I have
Alright.
15?
Well, I think he's thinking more of the scrolls. Like, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good deal for all the scrolls.
Honestly, yeah, but I mean, hey, this might be a couple gold income.
Magic scrolls. Ew. I'm sorry.
Am I the only one who can use, or was there one other person that could use scrolls?
Anybody that can cast spells or
Yeah.
a high enough level thief can use them.
Yeah, like there's a couple of those I can use, but yeah.
I'm
Mostly
technically.
Debbie, or mostly you and Dahlia, I think, will be.
Yeah,
those
Debbie's probably not going to unless it's like something specific. Although protection from good and evil is a fun spell.
Oh, that one's just good to have, period. And Scroll of Dark Vision, that can absolutely go to Luna or even one of our sorcerers, I think.
Yeah, I already
But
have
I know
dark vision.
for a fact Luna can use that. And can you cast Dark Vision on other people?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
perfect
touch
there.
wood.
Oh man, that would be really huge for me in some of those sneaking situations to be
Yeah.
able to actually have dark vision, because I never really thought about it until I started playing this campaign where I'm a rogue without dark vision. Feels naked.
It does feel weird.
None of us have dark vision.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of now, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, for a second level spell slot, especially for a half caster, that's no small investment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't really
That
cast
is-
spells though.
This is true.
Yeah, and rangers really shouldn't either. Like, rangers really should be utility spellcasters, you know, pass without trace and stuff. There's Hunter's Mark to increase damage, yeah. But I think that they've designed the ranger spells to be used out of combat.
They're very underrated defensive tanks as well, honestly. Like they don't take like AC the same way, but if you build a ranger, right, they have incredible bonuses to AC and a lot of ways to reduce damage.
Yep.
So, 300 gold pieces, you're going to buy the business?
Let's do it.
Alright, he will now retire. Here is your Anarok map, which you are probably familiar with anyway. Here's your Faerun map, which you're definitely familiar with. But here's your Mithranor map.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gonna go plunder some elf tombs?
I mean,
We'll get there when we
like,
get
'cause-
there.
yeah. No, we need more right now.
I mean, we're about to be broke here again in short order.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, so
Oh,
there's
I
one of
knew-
each of those scrolls. I'll
That's
place
wonderful. We don't have any anybody who can copy down scrolls in this party, so I mean it's fire and forget, baby.
As it should be.
Right? I mean I don't have dynamite to play with in this campaign, so at least we can get is you guys some scrolls.
Yet.
Debbie would have given you 25 plat to buy the old scent warehouse.
Alright. You gonna convert it into a forge?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to start my business.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Would you want to start
I'll-
it there or the keep if we take it?
If
Keeps
nothing
kind of off
else,
the road.
yeah, if we want somewhere that we're like selling goods out of, this is probably it's as
Yeah.
good a place as any.
And
yeah,
we can put
I'll
what's his name out of
exchange-
business.
Hopefully, I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
under Death Wish unless you're coming yourself.
No, I can put it under Death Wish. That's fine.
Ready? So, oh god,
There's a property thing. If you don't have to use it, but if you want to, you can list the things that you own, the businesses, the land, and so on.
very nice. So we have
Huge
the
tracts of
vent.
land.
Are you? Is this coming out of party stuff? Just for the record.
I don't think I haven't pulled any out of it. For
No,
yet.
it
The
was-
300 could have been though. The 300 I did plan to, unless Razul wanted to personally own it.
But no, personally it's fine. I'm happy like divvying this up under the charter. That's fair, right?
I was planning the 250 from me.
Yeah,
So,
it's
hang on a sec, so
okay.
So I'll give you. So what? You need 50 from the party fund, and then one of the plat. Wow. One of the plat trade bars.
No, she gave me enough in trade for that up front.
Oh, you're just trading for it. Cool. All right then. That's good.
Well, excuse me. And yeah, we'll pull the 300 out of party funds for Brightblade though. That just seems like a smart thing to do if you're gonna be making maps. So we might as well be owning the
Yeah.
place that's gonna sell your maps.
Alright, so that brings us. That's 300 from the thing. That's good. And I will add a row to this table for property now. Oh.
Just one other thing on there. It's really cheap. It's a Jiminy Creek. Do we want that? It's really cheap. Vacant farmland. If the place starts expanding, as we assume it will under like the protection of several heroes, that'll increase in value. You know what? I'm buying it.
Alright, you own a block of land, they call it Jiminy Creek. Jiminy Creek is, of course, the creek that runs past it, but the property is generally called Jiminy Creek. It used to be owned, or you buy it from, what was that with this guy? You buy it from Tommy Hogg. He walks there every day, walks a mile, gets drunk, walks home. He's the guy who lost his daughter a bit over a year ago. Or she ran away.
The
or something.
giant, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, well we're looking into that after we deal with this. So maybe this will.
We'll add that to the 3-mile list of like plot hooks in this game.
Oh no, we're actually talking about going and dealing with the giant of White Crag.
Oh yeah,
And,
I knew that was on
just
the list.
I mean, we know it's got at least one fucking dragon corpse there, so that alone is worth going and knocking on its door.
Yeah, it depends on the condition of the corpse, but definitely.
Not much.
I mean, even just the bones, man. That's 1,000 gold pieces right there.
The green dragon pulverized it into mush as well.
Yeah, I did get one of its teeth.
Yep.
But let's see here. Anything else left here?
So we also got the old Zent warehouse.
Yeah, on the old Zent warehouse. So you're buying it, right? I mean, Debbie said she's buying it, so Debbie owns it. The whole thing's boarded up. The whole thing's boarded up. It's chock-a-block full of like spider web. It's like your old granddad's shed when granddad's been dead for 5 or 10 years. The thing's gone to the dogs. But it's all boarded up. No one's theoretically been in there for a long time. Do we just leave it as it is, or are we going to clear it out? Is it Debbie's responsibility? What do you think?
I mean, I'm not there yet, so maybe
Exactly.
when I'm in town next.
I'm gonna take a peek in because
Because you're dumb.
nosy like that. I am very dumb.
The very same.
All right. Well,
I'm not so dumb as to go alone though.
What level are we?
7.
Level
6.
Oh, that's not a
6?
good sign.
Level
We're
goddamn
at 6.
6. All right. Well, this is not a level 6
Or
quest,
5?
so I'm not gonna make you fight the 2 giant spiders and the spider swarm and the rat swarm and the bat swarm. I'm just going to assume that you deal with it. In fact, just tell me. So you open the place up, you rip it open, you pry it open, and there are fucking spiders everywhere, like thousands of them. And when you start poking around in there, you get attacked by 2 giant spiders, and there's swarms, a whole bunch of rats, a few bats that collect up in the rafters. How do we deal with this terrible threat that could possibly injure a 2nd level party?
I mean, two giant spiders might be dangerous if they get the drop on you.
Level 6. Come on, man. Like, you got more hit points than the entire fucking... all the creatures put together.
Yeah, this is true. Honestly, like here's the thing. Roz, do you burn the thing down or no?
Do I burn the entire building down?
Because before Flint can dispatch all of them, like I can definitely get the 2 spiders, but do I have enough time to do that before you incinerate the entire place? Or are you going to be a little more like precise?
Pyromaniacal?
Yeah.
Can I do a precise burning hands? Is that
No.
a thing?
My question.
Not unless you're an evocation wizard.
Yeah, like just fire plus a whole bunch of spider webs. It's gonna go up like a candle.
No, I just paid for it.
Nah.
I mean, play your character how you
burn
play
down.
it, but like, I might cry. It's fine.
You burn it down.
Burn it down.
Did you burn it down? Do you roll for
Just remember Wednesday.
I'm gonna threaten you out of character here, bud.
I really feel like in character he just would have done it.
Yeah,
I was like, man, do you even like do you do Scorching Ray him and you just go straight to Burning Hands? I'm like, okay, this is conversation.
he goes straight to Fireball. Let's be honest here. He goes straight to Fireball.
I mean, I think he would try to avoid hitting Flint. At least I hope so. What? You're one level away from evasion. This is fine.
I want to go crossbow.
All right.
How about
Okay.
that?
All right. You show some restraint and clear away the spiders the old-fashioned way. You look around among the corpses and the lumber. It's mostly lumber. The lumber's all useless. Well, a couple of years old. Probably still used as firewood. Wouldn't want to use it as building material, but it's still okay for firewood. Those of you who are having a poke around can make an investigation. Lumber's shit. It's only good for firewood.
He doesn't even notice the firewood.
Doesn't even notice it.
Oh man.
All right.
Neither of us do.
So yeah, the place looks in relatively good condition once you clear out the spiders. Although you can't clear out every one of the million spiders that are in here, so if you leave the place for another month or two, you're likely to come back to another spider infestation. But the property is yours.
Interesting. I will, however, try to collect some spider poison.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, go ahead and make a pair of survival checks.
Survival.
No, and no. All right.
Rolling hot tonight.
Sick. That's it. You're awfully sick from your venom, and we'll give you the poison condition.
All right, I'm laid up in I'm laid up in Tiger Falls for an extra day after I stab myself.
That's it.
Proud of you.
Oh man, I did so good. Like, so many good rolls, so much success. And is that it then? Oh, we still got it was kind of an obscure quest without really a given reward, but we did keep our agreement with the Pegasus Trading Co.
Oh yeah, that was a very, very substantial reward. The trouble is she's not here anymore. She's probably almost certainly moved on. Roll a d4, and on a 4 she's still here. On any other number she's somewhere. Yeah. Moved on, unfortunately.
Can you quit rolling slow? Like, goddamn.
You know, no. I'm getting ready for Dark Heresy, all right?
Fair. Oh, that's such a fun game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
I mean, the system is kind of completely bonkers, but it's Warhammer, man.
Yeah, it's not a hard to understand system. It's just a system where you usually fail. That's all. The game design, it's a game where you can take all the advantage that you want. You can aim, you can get cover, you can specialize, you can do everything you want, and you're still gonna miss fucking 1 out of 3 shots. So.
Yep.
Oh my god, fucking Tim's character in that game killed an entire squad of samurai when they rolled up on a hill to try to like take shots at this village of like primitives, and he's just got like, alright, I got 20 rounds in a sniper rifle. I burned fucking 7 right here, just bam, 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 and he's just rolling like, here's a fucking 20, here's a 1. You know,
straight through the full plate armor. Yeah.
It's fucking okay. That's like 8 extra d10s, so I'm rolling 8 d10 on someone who has like fucking 15 wounds.
It was a good demonstration of how high-powered laser weaponry has made full plate obsolete.
Gotta love having your flashlight.
God damn. Enough asides, though. Okay.
All right, back to the actual game we're playing.
Right.
Indeed. So you have avoided burning down the warehouse. You don't find anything of much use. You spill all of your spider poison, and Chastity isn't fucking here. So, like, this has been the single least successful adventure we've ever gone on, going back to Daggerdale.
Yeah, well, I bought all these, I bought all these potions.
They spent money. That's successful.
I know
Exactly,
something that
yeah.
might be a successful endeavor, and I want to swing by Westgate.
All right. Well, this is where you will find your contact as well. By the way, Raz.
All right.
She is.
Oh, you guys know each other?
I think they know each other by association. I think, if you haven't been here before, by all means, you can have a relationship with her. Otherwise, there's signs in the windows that indicate who she is and what she can do for you. Is it Flint? Flint walks in. Oh,
Yep.
hello. It's been too long since you visited. She's about
busy.
2'10", and most of that is breast.
No, with
I
that
feel like,
mental image in my head.
because I am from the area, she would recognize me.
Then you will know her. She's not from the area. She's from a long way away, but she's been established here for about a year now, maybe a bit less. This used to be the local general purpose store and importer, exporter, etc. And she's a foreigner who came and bought them out. No one really knows what happened to the old owner. He just gone one day, and she'd taken over and was in charge. She represents an organisation called Westgate Wagons, who are they're not huge, but they are still a pretty big international conglomerate of traders. But Westgate Wagons is nothing more than a front for the Shadow Thieves. In any case, you know who she is. She knows who you are. You know that she can get pretty much whatever you need. She's not necessarily a bad guy herself, but she knows how to make bad guys happy.
Don't chick a pow wow.
I was gonna say giggity, but you beat me to it.
I'm just trying to pick up a little information, and I have something that you might be interested in.
I bet you do.
First, let's talk business here. Found something that would definitely be worth something to the Temple and Serpent Bridge, and the set worshippers there. But as an aspiring businesswoman such as yourself, I'm sure could think of other reasons for poisonous snakes. I'm sure.
You should have left that in the warehouse.
Aspiring? Oh, but I am a businesswoman.
Then I'm sure that you could think of something more productive to do with a statue that attracts poisonous snakes than, worshipping it or just collecting snakes.
I think that you're going to have to explain it to me a little more elaborately.
Okay, so you get the snakes, right? This attracts snakes. I'm just gonna point to it, and they'll collect in an area. Yes, I came by and sold an absolute shit ton of poison to her, and I made something like $4,000 off of her for it. Like she gets a good place, or gives me some snake traps, a little down payment maybe, and I can set up a snake farm. Just need a little upfront cash, or she could just buy it from me and do it herself.
I see. So you're getting into the business of milking professionally.
Woo!
We went over this last week. Yes, that's what it's actually called.
Yup.
It's just good that
I'm gonna
she's
ask
saying it.
something of an amateur milker. Definitely didn't knock myself out with spider poison just recently.
Really? I would have taken you as someone who milks the snake regularly.
Oh my god.
Often as I can.
Oh, I know that. I know that sentiment. She says.
In all seriousness, though, is she willing to give me like a down payment to start a business or something along those lines, or just like buy out my potential business?
Well,
My
it's
startup
like
idea.
this. You see, as you understand. Yes, I am a business lady, but the truth is that I just work for the man like everybody else. I'd like to offer you a role among our organization. If we're going to be working together, if we're going to be making profits from this, then perhaps we should get closer. Perhaps you should work for me. Perhaps you should be directly underneath me.
Oh.
Oh wow. I don't see a problem with that.
Well, you may find a problem with it. You see, I've got a secret that I'd like to tell you, but I'm afraid that if I do tell you, I might have to kill you.
Are you aware at?
She laughs. No, I hate those things. But they do serve their purpose, and, well, it's good to have a few of them in the stable as well. We are a illegitimate organization. We have some... There are some who have besmirched our reputation. There are some who claim that we are not the pillars of the community that we claim to be. If you're looking at making real money, then we are the best friends you could possibly have. After all, these rates that she points to, the advertised rates, they're too low, I think, for someone who is a serious entrepreneur, for someone who is a business partner. The profits would be much higher if you'd be willing to be one of us.
What you talking, like preferential rate? Do I get like a badge or something, or do I get a mask?
Oh yes, you get a mask on.
An iron mask.
Pretty much. You'd be an independent operative. You'd work directly underneath me, and you'd be able to recruit your own additional help as well. You would report to me solely, only to me, unless of course the organization finds a replacement. In which case, you'd work for them instead. It would be a delicate operation, though, and we are quite tight with it. We would expect the same from you.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm okay with matters of like coin and trade, but when it comes to killing, if you're trying to make me kill people, I'm uncomfortable with that. If you need me to move something, I'm okay with that, but I have my own. We all must keep to our own morals, see.
I understand. No, the beauty of being a conglomerate is that we are able to find the right man for every task. I wouldn't ask you to do anything that you weren't entirely comfortable with. We do have safe words.
Oh.
I think we're speaking the same language then. All right.
Very good. Very good then. Membership is as easy as saying that you want to come in.
Sounds like something a vampire would say.
Well, that's another one of our secrets, but We don't need to reveal everything all at once, do we? Unless you want to. Says lowering her bodice by leaning forward.
Oh, it's that sort of thing. Okay. Good. She's Weinsteining me. I mean, I've heard of a lot worse gang initiation rituals. Like, hell, like fucking Zentarum, they make you like do blood sacrifice. This is A-okay in my book.
All right. Then that basically concludes it. You are accepted into the Shadow Thieves, and she explains a little bit about their structure to you. It's all done privately, of course. So, like, excuse me. She takes you out the back, sits you down, grabs a high chair, jumps up in the high chair, and gets down to business. She loses a lot of the sultriness. She loses virtually all of the overt sexuality, although she is still who she is, and there is still that attraction that radiates from her, even when she gets right down to business. And get down to business, she does indeed. She's professional. She is sharp, and she's not playing games anymore. She explains to you the situation, and I'll do my best to explain it succinctly as well. The Shadow Thieves are a big fucking organization. They are probably the largest thieves guild in the world. Almost definitely the largest thieves guild. Almost definitely the richest. They are based in the city of Am, which is a long way away. If you go to Waterdeep on the Sword Coast and go south, you'll hit Baldur's Gate. Keep going, and then you'll hit Am. And Am is probably the richest country in the world. It's a merchant kingdom. It's basically like Spain at the height of Spain's gold rush. It's a merchant kingdom. Yeah, well, I guess so. The way she explains it, the Shadow Thieves run Am. She doesn't elaborate on that. Maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't matter. The way she explains it is the Shadow Thieves run Am, making the Shadow Thieves in control of the richest government on the planet. Which is pretty, that's a pretty high achievement for any little mafia organization to wrangle. She comes from the Purple Hills, which are part of Am, but she's a long way from home. She works directly beneath an individual called the Cloak of Westgate. The Shadow Thieves are, as I mentioned, an international organization, and to understand their structure, it's worth understanding because it's brilliant. The Shadow Thieves have a structure like this. They have 8 divisions. Those divisions are pickpocketing, racketeering, assassinations, stuff like that. Like they compartmentalize their criminal activities into 8 different subsidiaries. Basically, they're basically like subsidiaries within the grand corporation of theft. Now she exists outside that structure. She is in effect more like a secret agent than an assassin or a common thief or a burglar or a prostitute or a drug runner. She is like she exists outside that. Yeah, kind of. A spy is probably the best word. Yeah, kind of. All of these and more. See, she works directly for the Cloak of Westgate. There are only 2 cloaks in the world. One's in Baldur's Gate and one's in Westgate. These are because these are really important cities. They'd love to have one in Waterdeep, but they got kicked out of Waterdeep about 150 years ago, and they've never been let back in. That's another story entirely. So anyway, there's a cloak in Baldur's Gate. There's a cloak in Westgate. She works directly for the Cloak of Westgate. She is one of his underlings, and this is where we get to the second part of the structure, which I love so much. The Shadow Thieves are divided strictly into cells, much like a terrorist organization, like Al-Qaeda or something. The way the cells work are like this. Let's start with the Cloak of Westgate, since he is effectively a duke among thieves. The Cloak of Westgate has complete and total autonomy over everything that happens, not just in Westgate, but in all of the subsidiaries. From there, he then has a handful, let's say 5 or 10 independent operatives who feed him everything he needs. She is one of them. She is a direct underling beneath the cloak of Westgate. And so what she learns, she feeds directly back to one of the princes of thieves in the world, like one of the most premier thieves on this side of the continent. She then has a bunch of cells herself, and she keeps her cells independent. They know each other, and you will know them soon as well. But they are independent. So, for example, she gives you a job to do. It's your job to do. You don't then go and fob it off to someone else. You don't involve someone else. You don't have anything to do with anyone else unless you need to. So that's basically how the structure works. As to what is she a secret agent? What does she do? Her primary job, her primary responsibility is the plunder of Mithranor and Tethiamar. The Shadow Thieves and their independent agents, and even better, adventurers who are none the wiser, go out and find this art. They find this magic. They bring it to her. She pays them a pretty penny, and then we ship it off down to Westgate, where we will use what magic items we found from Westgate and Tethiamar to conquer the city and turn it into our own.
It is a pyramid scheme, but it's a good
incredible
one.
pyramid. It's
Fucking
an incredible pyramid.
fucking called it, but you know.
Yeah, it's such a good pyramid scheme. And Westgate can be compared to Venice at the height of its mercantile power. So if you can imagine a bunch of foreign thieves coming in and taking over Venice and controlling all of its trade routes, most prominently the magic item route from Mithranor and Tethiamar, then you can really get a vision for why the Shadow Thieves are so heavily invested in a shitty little place like Daggerdale.
That could also get them potentially invested into something like, I don't know, rebuilding a castle right in between, like right outside of Shadowdale, man.
Well, they already own the old Fort Inn, so this is just going to add to their chain of control.
This is perfect. It's going to be great.
Not right now, they don't. There's an angry dragon living there.
Yeah, she considers him an in, but not a problem. You know, the kobolds were a problem. The Dragonborn is just kind of like a squatter. Yeah, she sees him as a squatter. But if she ever wanted to get rid of him, she could. You know, that wouldn't be hard to send an assassin to deal with him. But what's the point? She doesn't have anyone to staff it, so she would much rather invite Rex into the fold and make Rex an agent, or even better, get you to invite Rex into the fold so that Rex is never aware that he's working for the Shadow Thieves. Rex just thinks that, you know, that he's an independent operative, completely unaware that he's a pawn being played in some great game.
We did convince him already to leave the shrine to mask alone underneath it. So
yeah,
it's pretty much already there.
So that's it. And can you see how the cards just fall into place for Faramir? She has learned that she gets a lot more flies with honey and shit, and she's become quite the empress of the thieves in this region. Speaking of that, here are your contacts. Needles is an assassin, and she can be found in, I think, Boonla.
Isn't that the one the gal we met on the road told us to talk to?
Yeah, she told us to get in contact with them.
Yep.
Yeah, and you met with Orchid, who was also an assassin. But she's on the road. She's she's not established at the moment. So there is another one as well. Now that I think of it, what's her name? Talia. Talia is a burglar, and she is currently at the Elven Burial Grounds on the edge of Camento. There might be others if I can remember them, but at the moment, they're the ones that come to mind.
Okay, do they give me any quests or like I don't know, guild rates or anything?
Quests or guild rates? No, you don't have any sort of job to do. Basically, just feed her information. She certainly wants to make sure that the magic item trade flows. That's the main thing. So if you want to go and plunder Tethymar, then that'd be great. The same thing for Mithranor. That'd be lovely. But they're not strictly quests. Instead, she has become M, and you are James Bond. She just wants you to keep her informed of what's going on and to deliver your magic items here. If you don't sell them to the Pegasus or anyone else, don't sell them to War Wizards or Red Wizards, bring them to us. We will match any price that they match. So instead of giving 25%, she will now give you 50% of their value.
Very nice.
Now, do they need someone who can manufacture
We'll have this
magic
conversation.
items? Yeah.
That's not their
Ooh.
aim, but certainly, like, yeah, if it's a way to make money, then they'll definitely take advantage of it. She's not stupid, but in her mind, it's
Quicker and
a simpler
easier to
process.
take 'em.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Like they're out there for the taking. The elves are gone. Adventurers are good at this sort of shit. So why waste money and time manufacturing, which is good enough. But if you've got to manufacture it, then just go down to Westgate and open up a business.
Okay, and last thing, I wanted to get a bit of information on who's sitting in Castle Daggerdale right now, because it's gonna get raided in about 2 days.
Okay, and Raz also know that as well, and so she'll tell Raz independently, but this information is stuff that you'd be able to get from her as well, Raz. Not us, and that's what matters. She doesn't know who it is, but there is. She wants to know, to be quite frank, because what was his name? Ogmar. Is that what his name? No, Odin. Because Odin was killed up at the Old Fort Inn, she lost her eyes and ears on the road, in the vicinity of Castle Daggerdale. So she no longer really knows what's going on there except by word of mouth. But while she's heard that it's occupied by monsters, she thinks that's bullshit. Or maybe it is, but that's not the whole story. She thinks it's occupied by rivals. She thinks it's occupied by a criminal network, an organization, probably kidnappers or plunderers.
I did see
yeah.
Dwergar, and I thought the other group might be Drow.
It makes little sense to her that Dwerger and Drow would work together, but then again, it's why not? Why not be pragmatic? If they can get past their racism, why not work together? So yeah, if it's an elite alliance of dark elves and dark dwarves, then that's kind of concerning, because they should really stick to stuff that's happening underneath the earth and leave the surface world to us. And she'd like someone to convince them of that.
Okay, well, don't worry about it, because me and my friends are gonna go smash and grab the place and start squatting there. We're gonna make it our gang hideout.
Excellent. You used the word squatting, and she points out that Randall Vaughn's actually looking at someone occupying it legally. So clear it with him, and there's every chance that it will become your
he already
property,
offered it to
our
us.
property. Brilliant. All right, she's glad to hear that, and would be very happy to have a place she can come and visit you and maybe spend the night.
Gotta get enough money to refurbish the place, though, you know what I'm saying? Can't just have like a ruined out place, like, stop, I just got a mattress on the floor here.
Not even that, it's just like a pile of rags.
It's just hay.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have
It's okay.
Filled with fleas.
Yeah, she brought her own pillows.
I mean, if you're smart, you'd always do, dude. I think that's enough about Flint there, but I got most of what I needed done in Dagger Falls, and I'm pretty much broke. But I poisoned myself, and I've got a bunch of health potions and some barding. Did anybody else want me to get them barding for their horses? It's 20 gold.
I think I'm broke.
Yeah, I honestly can't
okay.
much of that.
Roz will probably get some.
Yeah.
Would you take 20 silver?
That's
Not how math works.
yeah. If you want to try to pull that over on him, you can do it yourself. I think we're ready to reconvene in. I'm assuming we're meeting up again in Shadowdale.
believe so.
So,
Debbie
at-
wants to go check out her building.
I can be patient. I don't have to go do it right now.
What kind of barding was it?
it's hide. Well, that's the stuff I was getting anyway. It's only gonna be +2 to AC. It'll bump your riding horse from 10 to 12.
Hmm.
It's cheap though. That's the important part.
Is hide only up +2 armor class?
It's 12 plus 12 plus dex.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
more.
I mean, most people have more than 10 dexterity, but riding horses don't.
All right.
I suppose.
Anyone else have?
So you are given your given your authentic silk mask and stiletto, and you're welcome to the club. You'll now get 50% when you sell magic items and art to the Shadow Thieves. Sorry, what were you saying, Luna?
Oh, I was just wondering if anyone else had stuff they wanted to do.
Yeah. All right.
Question: can I ritual cast Identify on that ring I got a while back?
You've got a pearl, I guess. I assume.
Yes, I do have a pearl.
Cool.
Respect that.
All right. Where did the ring come from?
It came from like the elven lady that got taken away in the old Fort Inn.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Way back in session
Right.
1.
That is a long way back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking over my sheet. I'm like, oh yeah, I got that topaz ring.
So, okay, the old fort. Says Arlena. It is a silver sky topaz ring worth 75 gold pieces.
All right, so nothing special about it then, yeah?
No.
Is it
75
enchantable?
gold pieces.
Yeah, it is enchantable. It yeah, counts as 75 gold pieces towards magic item damage.
All right.
I would like to try and figure anything out at all about the Queen of Coin and Slaughter?
Do you have any reference materials or anything?
I'd just kind of be asking people around in Shadowdale. Probably end up going to Elminster if you'd even talk to me.
Yeah, he'll it sounds familiar, and he'll go through the library and look at historical records of certain queens, for example. Yeah, so you can make a history check with advantage if you like.
Well, that might be helpful. 4.
You discover no such queen in all of the Forgotten Realms by that title.
Okay. Well, I'd probably just casually drop the story about where I heard it from and just kind of nonchalant about it. See how much he freaks out.
Not a lot. Doesn't seem to recognise the name by sight. An evocative title. He calls it, but it doesn't seem to ring a bell.
Okay.
All right. So we're back in Shadowdale? Yeah, we're back in Shadowdale. Unless we wanted to make some diversion first.
Just stop through the old Fort Inn, but that's it.
Yeah, no worries. Just stop at the old Fort Inn. Rex has done a pretty good job of doing some repairs. He's hired a few people who come through once in a while and, get them to do a bit of refurbishments. Probably has a barmaid at this stage, but the truth is the business is making a loss. There's just not enough traffic for to justify having the food available. So, he'll buy food, he'll buy ale, and it'll go stale before he sells it all. So it's not a great business, but he is the king of his own castle, and that's what matters.
Well, maybe we'll have some more traffic coming through here when we start working on the castle then, huh?
That excites him. He just tells you not to open a bed and breakfast. You've got to send them over here instead.
No promises.
Fine.
The Dale's tourist trap.
What does he call it? The Sleeping Dragon or something like that?
Yeah, but it doesn't catch on.
Rip.
Arctic, does anybody in Shadowdale, likely Elminster, he's probably got something about it. Razul is interested in the history of Castle Daggerdale. Like, when was it built? Who built it? Why was it built? What's the story there?
Yeah, it's a pretty simple story.
Yeah, and if that information's available here, I'll go looking for it.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. It's the ancestral home of the Morn family, of Randall Morn's family. It was built centuries ago, probably around about the year 1000 or 900, and it's currently 1373, so it's about 300 or 400 years old. Not an ancient castle, but an old one. And it's always been in the Morn's family hands. They had back in those days, like the 700s through the 1000s, there was a lot of unrest between the various clans, like the Silverwaters, for example, and the Morns, and who's another one? I won't spend too much time looking for it, but what's his name? The Farwins. You haven't met this guy. He's in Dagger Falls, but we've never actually gone to talk to him. Some things don't need to be said to him because we never talked to him. Anyway, so yeah, the Farwins, the Silverwaters, the Morns, they were all kind of like Scottish nobility, warrior leaders, warrior merchants, I guess. Just strong families, and gradually the Morns. They were probably always the most powerful, but they just got more and more powerful until they were the unquestioned rulers of the Dale. And they've always been in charge of the Dale for as long as it's been recognised as Daggerdale. The Morns have been in control. But it does, it burnt down about 40, 45 years ago when the Zentarum came through here, but the Zentarum didn't occupy it, they just destroyed it. Their interest was always in the trade route that runs through Anarok. So having a castle was something that they didn't want to maintain, so they just raised it and prevented anyone else from having a castle in the region. One thing though, one tangent that is worth covering is something about Dagger Falls itself, not Daggerdale. Daggerdale was not the original name of this region. It used to be called Merrydale. It's a sad story, but it was called Merrydale until a couple of 100 years ago, and then everything changed overnight. The region was plagued by undead at the time, particularly by vampires. And they would constantly send out adventurers to harass the vampires, kill off their spawn, and otherwise inconvenience the lords of the night. But they had their revenge, and they had the last laugh. The vampires came into Merrydale en masse one night, and they killed everyone. It was a night of such intense horror that mothers were choking their children so that they wouldn't become undead, so that they wouldn't have to drive a stake through their heart later. It was such a horrific time that Merrydale sacrificed itself to prevent the vampires from taking them, and families just slaughtered themselves in order to avoid this curse. And ultimately, it was successful. Ultimately, they saved their town by killing themselves, and those few who did remain didn't feel merry anymore, and the name hasn't been used since.
Hectic.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly, okay.
Righteous.
And that's where the Morn family came in. They came along, toppled the vampire lords, and a bright new day began. And that's the history of Daggerdale.
Well, that's a happy note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note,
are we going to go take a ruined castle?
Yeah, I think that's next on the agenda then.
Yeah.
Anybody have any more enchanting rules they can or want to do? And do we want to get the troll for this too? Is the other thing. Oh, and the arquebus. The arquebus. Yeah,
The troll will have
fix
gone off by now. He's grown either bored or he's been driven out of town since he would have been killed if he didn't. So,
he's gone.
yeah, he's headed north. He's gone up to the Moon Cedar to become a better Zentara.
DM doesn't want us to have a troll at our beck and call. That's fine.
We just wasted a week's worth of meat on him.
We didn't really look after him. That was the problem. Like half the party went off to Daggerdale. The other half was working. Troll's not just going to sit around and pick his nose. He's going to eat people. You know, he's already consumed 12 sheep and a horse.
Yeah, it's fair, honestly. We didn't have the space to keep it, so we can't be expecting to have pets that big. So once we get the castle,
like
then we can try to, like, housebreak a troll.
Yeah.
Flint, are we able
Next
to...
one, guys. Next one.
Are we
Lock
able...
it in a dungeon and starve it, and then suck it on people.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, we want a friendly troll.
Yeah, one that we can make into a butler that eats people.
Yeah,
on command.
Only ones that, like, wear certain colors, something like that.
Are we able to distill any more of this green dragon blood to poison for this assault?
I do have some. Well, it was the flesh that I used for that. I do still have some green dragon blood, but let me tell you, I have not been having a good time lately working with poisons.
You'll be fine.
I realized after you had poisoned yourself that I could have milked them with Mage Hand.
Well, I mean, it's like collecting it to a certain point. So I mean, it's delicate work. and it's harder when they're dead. Honestly,
Speaking
something
about
like a snake, that's not too bad. That's pretty easy. But a giant spider.
Speaking about dragons and stuff like that, are there any rumors about more dragons in the area?
Ooh.
Yeah. Flights of dragons have been seen throughout the region, not necessarily this area, but up in the Moon Sea, down in the Inner Sea, on the other side of Anarok. It's all the talk of merchants everywhere that don't let your kids play outside, because dragons are just appearing in the sky, and without rhyme or reason they're attacking. So there's nothing specific. It's more like a rumor than anything else. So probably not helpful. Just a general warning that they can appear at any time. If you want to find a dragon, probably the best way to do it would be to go into an open field with some livestock and wait.
Okay.
And they'll come to you.
How to catch your dragon. I was really concerned about that when we were doing that cattle run, honestly. I was like, we're going to roll fucking dragons right now.
I mean, to be fair, it would have been worth more than the cattle.
It would have still been honestly, that would have been cinematically wonderful, but...
Yeah, it would have been a good scene, actually.
I take it back. I wish it would have happened.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry, we'll fight another dragon.
We just be rolling in dough right now.
In dragons. Rolling in dragons.
Rolling in dough, sheep's blood, and dragons. It's pretty much how it.
Do we want to have like a particular plan for Castle Daggerdale, or are we just gonna like fucking swat the place?
We
I thought we were just planning on swatting it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say this, that I think we should use antitoxins before we run in there like that. And yeah, let's see if we can't distill up a little bit of poison. Razul, do you have anything on hand useful? I know we still had some spider eggs, but I don't know if that's gonna be good for actually crafting poison.
In Party Wealth, I see that we have spider's eggs, scorpion eggs, one application of drought poison.
Those scorpion eggs would be hatching.
Ooh. Perfect. You get scorpion poison.
There we go.
They're little babies at the moment, but they'll grow into giant scorpions eventually.
Shit, how do we catch them? What do we hold them in?
Throw them in a bag.
These are baby giant scorpions,
Luna, why don't you
I'm
eat
curious how large these are.
They're pocket scorpions at the moment, so they're about the size of regular size of your hand, child's hand. But yeah,
what's
they
their growth rate?
Big. We don't know, but
we're finding out.
Yeah. It'll only take a couple of years before they get right.
We can always throw them into. We can always throw them in Devi's shop.
Wait, what?
That's a terrible thing to do, but if we're gonna do anything with them, we either A, just kind of like toss them out somewhere, B, we toss them in the castle somewhere and we just like get cages for them right now, or C, we go give them to Ace or something.
Nah, we're keeping them. They're ours.
Right.
They're mine.
We can just throw them in jars for
they're
now.
They're yours now. I mean, they almost killed you, so I suppose that's fair as anything. And that's poison is fucking ridiculously deadly.
It really is.
So are they like a lot of animals where when they're younger, their poison and fangs are actually sharper?
And they inject their entire...
The short answer is yes, but like they can't. But like a giant scorpion's poison gland is bigger than this entire creature.
Okay, so
yeah,
it'll be a couple years before they're quote unquote ripe. Yeah. For now, they're just pets.
Yeah, they're capable of taking out rats, but not much else.
So I mean, you can put them in my warehouse if you want, but you know.
For now, I think we just buy some containers for them, and we'll find
make
somewhere
sure they have air holes.
Keep them. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, of course. I'm sure. Wait, does Kim Caravan have something like that?
Does he have something like what? Sorry.
Like a glass
Scorpion
jar.
cages.
Scorpion cages.
Well,
He has glass vials and like fish tanks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, fish tank.
Fucking
Perfect.
fish tank. Yeah, I mean we got 3 goddamn carts now.
We kobold inventors.
we
now,
could.
boys.
Hell yeah,
we
dude.
could
Honest-
actually. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying we could honestly just open up our own poisoning business. That's my plan.
I was gonna open my
Oh, the
backsmith shop, but
$25
like next door, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or we could throw them in Devi's shop, and they can eat the spiders and be the spider control.
What I'm thinking is use it in Castle Daggerdale, where it's further away from civilization, and just go a little ways away from the outskirts of it, and then put it out there. So then we just got a shrine of snakes. Cause it's like, yeah, shrine of snakes.
With giant scorpions as like the overseers of the snakes.
Yeah. If anybody wants to help me with it, we can spend a little bit of gold trying to craft poison again. Pull up poisons again.
I will help you with that, but I might need proficiency to offer the help, and I don't think I have that.
You can offer your emotional support or something.
I will cheer you on from the
What-
sidelines.
What do you need to be proficient in?
Poisoner's kit or alchemist kit would probably work too.
Yeah. Both of those are good.
Could I help with my
nature,
soup
maybe?
ladle?
I mean, if I'm making
Potentially.
if I'm making like assassin's blood or something, you might be able to help me, like an ingestion poison. But if we can,
I'll
make
give you
something...
I'll give you guidance.
There, that's good.
It's something.
Double check. Okay. Malice is a pretty good one. This one's 250 gold. That's a wrong thing. Okay, Malice. It's an inhale poison. Are we going to be able to make something like that?
Oh, could I use survival to go around hunting for herbs in the area to help him?
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what you'll need. You'll need
Oh.
herbs for
Maybe
an inhaled one.
I'll help
Okay.
Luna do that then.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't find the right ingredient.
Shucks. Can I
What are
say
we
I was
looking at for party wealth?
non-poisonous food?
Can you say what? Sorry.
I say I was looking for non-poisonous stuff.
Maybe you do, and you do find some. Yeah, as you say, non stuff. You'd find some pine cones and some figs. But finding food for you is second nature. You have to go out of your way not to bring home a brace of rabbit.
I think it's just herbs is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can buy this straight from the black market, sure.
Oh, we're gonna be paying way more than that. They were paying something like 4 times the price to buy it in some of these
Oh
places.
jeez, okay, fuck that.
So that's why if we're able to even just make it at the 250 value,
Oh, I
we
see
might
what
still
you're
be
saying.
able to sell it again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't
Or no, they were buying it at what was it?
90% cost.
Yeah, it was like almost full cost of it though. So I don't think we'll make any money selling it, but
yeah. Well, I don't know if we were able to make it because Luna and I weren't able to find the necessary
Yeah.
ingredients.
Couldn't find the
Oh.
ingredients, no.
So even with
could I buy them in Shadowdale?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. When you try to, you get questioned.
Okay.
Why are you buying industrial amounts of belladonna and hemlock?
Oh, listen.
This is no joke. Like this is like they're not joking. They want to know.
There's a spider problem in a warehouse that we recently
Yeah,
bought. Want to take care of it? There you go.
I'm a really expensive exterminator. If you want to see, here's my business license. I'm Deathwish Incorporated here. You know?
Make a deception check. Yeah, all right. They buy your story. You've got the license, so yeah, they'll let you buy the ingredients to make the poison. It costs half to make it, so if the poison's 250, it'll cost you 125 gold pieces. But you still have to manufacture it, and so you could still lose everything in the process.
Okay, so we could just do half of that for one try at it, or double it for 2 tries at it.
I reckon just give him a trade bar and we'll double it.
Alrighty. 2 checks, and the check is equal to the DC, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yikes. So I've got about a 50% chance I'll probably get one.
So this is
Guidance?
What is this? This is
Guidance shouldn't work on long-term things because the spell guidance only lasts for like a minute, and the process lasts for several hours. The spell shouldn't work.
Do you have enhanced abilities, maybe?
Not. I mean, I can prepare it if I'm given time. Yeah.
We're in downtime right now, baby.
It's raining. It's been raining solidly for the past 10 or 20 days straight. It's particularly heavy today. So yeah, the time is up to you to determine. You've got all the time in the world if you want to.
Cool. So yeah, then I'll have time to, after a long rest, prepare enhance ability.
Perfect, and that's a much more effective way of doing it. Yeah.
So this is how are we thinking? What we're like making effectively a tear gas bomb?
Yeah, it's kind of what it does.
Is that what we're
It's
doing?
gonna come up. It's like pocket sand, except it actually fucking blinds you.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
That's just my envisioning of it. It's a quote-unquote contact poison, so I'm guessing something within, I don't know, 10 feet would probably be the extent of what I think would be reasonable to throw it. 5 feet if it's windy. Yeah, ultra pepper spray gas or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna roll survival because it's the same as my other check, and this will be advantage if Devi's gonna burn the spells.
Yep.
On the money.
That does it. It sends out a coughing fit. Someone puts in a complaint about the stench coming from your place, and a dog gets sick and vomits, but you get the poison that you set out to manufacture.
Oh Jesus. I definitely need a laboratory.
I'll get you one.
Fucking Walter White, this bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's what's going on here.
I was gonna say
instead of methamphetamine, it's fucking poison here. Instead of the blue shit here. All the poison Flint makes is blue. This is canon.
Yep.
All right, we got one more check.
I was gonna say like have a lab assistant named Dee Dee.
Okay. Do this one more time. Oh, fail though.
All right, you have poisoned yourself.
With the 12?
Definitely the products.
Oh, we got 12, right? 12 just fails if you lose. The ingredients are wasted.
We got one though.
It's your make. You hang on to that one.
There are now 4 dead birds at the side of your house.
Free lunch.
What the fuck?
What? Oh, hang on.
A ritual cast purify food and drink on the birds. It's fine.
You can eat human flesh, but I gotta what the fuck when eat birds, huh? Jesus.
No, it's because it was poison.
No, I know.
Now it makes sense.
Okay, that was cultural, alright? I was there as I was an anthropologist, okay?
Yeah, that is a background in one of the books.
Tomb of Annihilation.
Yep.
Yeah,
originally, when I was actually going to play a monk, that's what her background was.
Yeah, they're some of my favorites archaeologists.
I'm still like, don't get me wrong, I love your character, but I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get to see Torgwyn.
That's well, depending on how reckless I get. I don't know. You may eventually see her. Who knows?
You may see her next week. Never know.
Right?
I think I counted that out to be 7 days at this point, assuming Flint doesn't need an extra day to recover from like poisoning.
Okay. Does anyone happen to know the date?
Yes,
Razul?
it is
Good.
Tarsak 17.
All right. Does Tarsak come after Elias? Like it goes Elint,
No,
Elias,
I
Tarsak?
think it goes Ches, Tarsak, and then on from there. I will.
Oh wow! And it sounds like the campaign's getting on, and if that's the case, then the Dales will be having its annual Dales Council pretty soon. I think it's being held in Shadowdale this year. It's the first time that Daggerdale will be attending in 40 years. They're only held once every 4 years. Once every 2 years, every 4 years. Anyway, not very regular. That's coming up pretty soon. You won't be expected to speak at it. You'll probably be asked to speak at it. You guys are kind of experts on foreign policy and foreign threats and internal threats, for that matter, as well. So if you wanted to get ready for that, it'll be coming up pretty soon. Certainly Daggerdale would love to have you there because they want someone to convince the rest of the Dales that the Zentarum are a real threat. Certainly Shadowdale would want you to be there because they want someone to convince the rest of the Dales that the Dark Elves are a real threat. So yeah, if you guys want to prepare to give evidence, I suppose, at the council, then it's on the cards pretty soon. The exact date is not known, but it's not far away.
Okay, I think we do want to do that, but just looking at the party here, we're not exactly talented speakers.
You got Dahlia.
I have pretty high charisma.
You want to burn people.
Yeah, it's like...
But I can convince people that I should burn people.
Burn. I feel like you're more of an intimidation sort of charisma boost. Am I correct on this?
Let me actually see. Hold on.
It's in your background. You're literally
I'm a criminal. I'm an enforcer. So intimidation. Intimidation, persuasion are my two, and deception.
Okay.
All +6.
Very nice. Okay. So you might be our pitch guy. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but
bad, very bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the stupidest thing we've done.
You're not wrong.
Unfortunately,
It's not like attacking a wizard at level 1. It's fine.
Oh, fuck, dude. That was just the ultimate dumb clusterfuck of dumb things that happened. And it wasn't even just one person. Like, I knew I shouldn't have got involved in that, but I did.
I mean, to be fair, that was very much in character. You're a paladin, and you see this Cyric worshiper giddily stabbing people. Like, what are you supposed to do?
It was a naive character, and he died a naive character's death. So now I run away from my problems.
Join the club, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
In the past few days, have I heard anything about going on with the druid moot?
Oh, right. No, nothing in particular. Do you have speak with animals?
I do, yeah.
All right. So that's the best way to keep in contact with. That's birds are basically the long distance communicators for the druids. It's the mood is really a beast unto itself. It sort of grows and it gets momentum. There's not a set date for it. In a way, it's kind of already begun, in a way, because when druids are arguing with each other, that is technically a moot. It's just that not everyone has turned up yet. So it's the sort of event that you'd want to go and involve yourself in relatively soon, or it will happen before you even get there, right? Yeah. Or exactly. You might miss the election entirely. Likely you won't miss the election. You'll just miss the debate. And so by the time you get there, you won't be able to either put in your opinion or even hear anyone else's opinion. You'll still get a vote, but that's all it'll be.
If at all possible, could I be informed when it's starting to really pick up?
Excellent, absolutely, yeah. And in without trying to brag the ball too much, in game terms, about level 7 is about right. So if you wait until level 10, it certainly will have happened. And also, if you spend another month's downtime, then it might also happen. So it's about now is when you can expect it to unfold.
Okay.
Just leveled. So we got
so one of those things where you're just gonna have to decide. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm lagging. Yeah, one of those things that you're just gonna have to decide, like as a party, whether it is important or not. Because if you blink, you'll miss it.
I think that's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, after we take the castle, probably is when we.
It's so hard to plan ahead
castle.
though, because everything changes every time we finish a quest here. So. Before we get anything more, I say we get on with the raid here.
Yeah, it's really like no other adventure. This campaign, hey, like I'm so proud of it because it's really like no other campaign in that players are really compelled to do it again. And like when you've heard of the campaign, you're like, why would anyone want to play this same game 2 or 3 times? But it's not the same game; it's just the same place, you know. It's a great campaign to run time and time again.
I mean, those random encounters have probably altered the game more than anything.
Oh God.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think if I would have had all the same amount of poison getting shoved in front of my page, holding my hands, that I would have pursued joining the Shadow Thieves. But
here we are.
Right, like other than like being a fucking wizard, this is the easiest I've ever come across gold.
Yeah. All right. So, we've been in Daggerdale for a while. We've done some manufacturing. How much time do we need to spend, or are we ready to hit the road?
I'm ready to go here.
Sunny day is when we take off.
Oh God, you might have to wait a while. There hasn't been any sunny days for a long time.
Yeah, we'll be here for months.
Yeah.
I think rain or shine, it's to our advantage.
Well, that's my in-character reason for wanting to wait a while we take care of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck the rain.
But you can see that this is, it's not a monsoon, that's the wrong term, but it's the same thing. Like, it's the weather is not going to let up. It's a bit unseasonal. It is flooding more than normal, but you can just see that the grey clouds have set in. You know those clouds that only hang about 100 feet, 200 feet off the ground? They just sit there for days and days. Just wish you could reach up and touch them like cotton wool or something. It's that low, heavy, grey cloud that you can only ever find in some of the wettest parts of the world.
Seattle.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Like, this sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
This is it's like the most fucking water I've ever seen.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a miracle. Like, jeez, what's going on?
We've been in the region nearly a month now, and I'm still not used to it.
Yeah. All over the road, water all over the road. Like, you could stop and have a bath virtually any minute of the day because the gutters are just filled with water. Okay. So waiting for a sunny day likely isn't going to happen. You wake up one morning. Breakfast at Shadowdale is almost always good. They've got a wide variety of herbs and spices, of fresh fruit and vegetables, fresh meat. They have no problem serving beer and wine at breakfast if that's the sort of person you are. You can smoke your pipe at the breakfast table. It's grand. It's very grand, and that's every day of the week.
This is like fantasy, fantasy Oregon. All the drugs are legal and rains all the time.
Oregon, not Oregon. Oregon.
People,
says the Oregonian.
Oregon.
Half a dozen people speaking different languages. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's California.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Oregon's pretty white.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. That makes sense, actually. Like, I can see, not meaning any offense, but I can see all the, white liberal kids rushing up there.
Actually, years ago, it was originally supposed to be like a white utopia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One of Oregon's governors was sworn in their clan robes at one point.
Right, but they would have always been nature, nature like hunting deer and chopping down the forest, that sort of nature level.
Oh yeah, very much outdoorsy.
Yeah.
That being said, I like Teddy Roosevelt. He is freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's one of the greats.
I'm gonna say it. He was the most interesting president we've ever had. Like, honorable mention to Donald Trump for being outrageous. He never threatened to bite. He never threatened to bite anybody, and he never gave a speech after getting shot. Plus, hey, he actually tried to run 3 times and almost won with a third party. That would have changed the entire game for American politics, because he was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm making my own party."
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And instead, we got Wilson.
Yeah.
TR in World War I would have been different.
Just a little bit.
Oh god, that would have been something.
I mean, dude got shot in the chest and still gave a speech.
I've actually seen
shorted
the
the speech.
His house, actually. He lived in North Dakota for one point, and North Dakota makes no small effort to be like, hey, this is the poster boy for what early North Dakota is.
Mm-hmm.
It was he was my school mascot, true story, in high school.
He was your mascot.
I
I'm
believe
not
it.
even fucking kidding you. I was Red River Rough Riders.
Yep.
Oh my god. I think my mascot was a castle. Yeah, Australia does not have a lot of castles. Trust me, there is not a lot of castles. But I grew up next to one. It's fucking magic, seriously magic. There's this waterfall about 50 feet high, and beside it there's a Spanish castle that this insane Spaniard built in the 1930s, and he turned it into a hydroelectric plant. So he had a fucking cinema, fountains, a tennis court, all electrically powered in the 1930s in his castle in North Queensland, Australia. That's where I grew up. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's mad.
That's
And your
crazy.
high school mascot
at
was that
lunchtime,
castle?
we'd go over and swim. Anyway.
Huh.
See, my high school mascot was the Crimson Wave.
Yes,
It's literally
that's
just a
right.
period.
The castle was
We were the Minutemen.
Paradise.
So my school was the Warriors, originally Native Americans.
Oh,
But-
wait, were
and
they
they got
literally
rid of-
the Indians, or was it even more racist?
No, we were the Warriors. We were a Jericho was our original mascot. But then in 2000, they changed it to a flying bee, a shooting star.
Arctic went
Warriors
Yeah.
come out to play.
The original school song had "scalping white people" in the lyrics.
What the fuck, America?
Yeah, so when I was
Okay.
in band, we just had like a big crossed out section in the middle of our school songs. Like,
That's funny.
Yep. we don't sing those lyrics
Dude,
anymore.
okay, like high school itself is just like a rich garden of political indoctrination.
It is.
That is how
Straight up
I,
fucked up.
after 4 years and barely graduating, would describe high school.
I go back every year for 8 years now to volunteer for 6 weeks at the high school still.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
6
Arctic,
weeks.
did you just turn into Owen Wilson?
Wow.
You may go that.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, it's Kyle's fault.
Wow.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But no.
Wow.
Damn it, Kyle.
Stupid you. Yeah. We had a high school robotics team, and I mentored that and helped them build a robot. More
Oh,
often than
shit.
not, staying till midnight on Friday nights. From
My sister
3:30 to
does
midnight.
that too. That's one thing that if you're into robotics, man, you do robotics.
Oh,
If you're interested in failed school shootings, that was my high school's thing.
I-
Oh my god. this
Everyone
fucking
needs a
thing.
hobby.
I'm so
Fucking
serious.
hell.
Like, my senior year, there was like 6 or 7 attempted school shootings, and they all failed in the dumbest ways.
God damn
One
it,
guy-
America.
Oh,
If
man.
he hadn't messed up, he would have done a lot of damage because we were all getting off the buses, and he had a bag full of guns and a handgun. He goes to pull out the handgun while on the bus, and they always blow a whistle, and everybody goes out onto the parking lot. So it's a big open area. You could literally mow people down if you needed to. And he pulls out the handgun, shoots himself in the foot, and starts crying in the back of the bus. They found so much ammunition and guns on him.
oh,
God damn
jeez.
it.
Another guy tried to shoot, and it misfired on the first click.
Wow.
It's just,
Fucking dark, dude. What the? Oh man.
Oh, yeah. I lived in the disgraced part of Virginia.
Mm.
Virginia, huh? Right. We got a lot of
That makes-
Virginians in the crew. It's like, fucking might be. Billy's Virginian, and so is Neo. So, might be others as well.
Neo's West Virginian too. Those guys are special.
Oh, right. I forgot that that's a different place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing, but it's just all that much worse. Like as me as an outsider, my knowledge of West Virginia is primarily it's the epicenter of the heroin crisis.
Yeah. It was just
also where all military complexes are for
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
industrial
I'm
military
sure
complex.
that's unrelated.
Oh yeah, very
see,
different.
West Virginia is like Virginia, but they're all high and incestual.
I mean, West Virginia is like, you know, we're gonna join the North. We're just gonna call ourselves West. It's fine,
Isn't that the country road?
We don't want to be North Virginia.
Just how stupid would that be?
right?
All right.
Anyways,
Alright,
moving
boy,
on. Storm of the
Back on
castle,
topic.
boys.
Yeah, we gonna go storm a castle now.
Is today the day?
Yeah, right.
Back to doing this thing that we've been planning.
It's an interesting
Alright.
side detour for sure.
What happens when a bunch
Sure
of
was.
ADD
Speaking
kids
of
all
side
play
detours.
D&D?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Speaking of side detours, Luna, roll a d12.
Nada.
It's okay. We can always count on Dahlia.
Yeah, she'll
There we
roll
are.
one again.
Okay, cool, yeah. Flint, d12, please. Dahlia, d12.
There it is.
There we go. Wait,
Oh.
where?
You rolled a 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
10.
D100.
Called it.
There we go.
Is that the snake farm again?
Nah, it's truffle dwarf.
Oh, truffle dwarf.
There we go.
I know it's not sexy lady with a snore or sword.
Alright. Okay. Hey, alright. Alright.
Alright.
Your probably halfway.
Sorry, Arctic, we can't really hear you. Yeah, you've gone all robotic.
Yeah,
Uh,
not hearing a single word.
It'll catch up soon, yeah.
I don't think there's anything I can do about it. No.
Oh, better now.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, that was clearer.
Okay. Cool. So this might be it might be working for a while. All right. You're about halfway. And do we have a scout? Are we sending Luna ahead?
I'd offer to. And just
Like, I don't know if
Base
we
it.
want to have someone like far ahead, but
Buddy system.
Luna
I'll go.
at point sounds like a good idea to me.
I'll go with you. Buddy system.
How far?
up 500 feet.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
a
500.
big distance.
It's a good distance. But so 500 feet. You will you're a nimble and stealthy enough to notice them before they see you. There's no doubt about that. It's an army. Or is it an army? There's roughly 100 men. Roughly 90 men and 10 women, if you prefer. But there's a war band, roughly 100 strong, camped up ahead. They're camped up in the hills, and they're about 2 miles off the road. So they're not actually on the road. About 2 miles off it, up in the hills, you can see a big tent, like a massive marquee. It appears that the marquee is fortified, and there's a lot of people there. Now, you've come through here relatively recently. There's been people, you guys have come through here like 2 or 3 days ago, and you didn't spot anything then. It has been heavy rain, to be granted, and until they erected the marquee, then the rest of the thing just looked kind of natural. There'll be a ditch there, and not a wall, but rather battlements that have been constructed of timber and trees and brambles. Palisades is probably a good word, but even the palisades are relatively amateur. This doesn't appear to be a professional army, but it's big enough to be one. You don't get a lot of armies 100 strong. Daggerdale's entire military isn't 100 strong. Shadowdale's entire military isn't 100 strong. Shadowdale's only got 500 people. Daggerdale's only got 2,000 people. So it's very hard to get an army 100 people big anywhere, except for maybe the orcs or the goblins. So that's what you spot. They've obviously been erecting this camp over the past 10 days or so, but it's only now that they put up the marquee that you're able to see it from the road. You're 2 miles away. What do you do?
Only to Luna, or has the rest of the party seen it as well?
No, just you, just the advanced scouts. Brazil and Luna.
Are they flying any flags, colours?
No.
So
They
is this
have
off
the-
to the
yeah.
side of the world? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's right. It's up in the hills. It's about 2 miles off the road, up in the hills, on a sort of vantage point where you'd be able to watch the road in between Daggerdale and Shadowdale fairly well, and some of the hills as well. Some of the Dagger hills. It gives you a vantage of all directions.
I guess I'd try to get a little closer to see if they were humans or if they were something else.
Yeah, I'll follow
Sure.
Luna.
Now you will make us. Yeah.
Are there
Yeah,
any
you will
like? Do
have
they
to
have
make a
any
stealth roll.
mounts or anything like that?
Yes. And dogs.
Okay.
And it's the dogs that are likely to see you.
Of course. Yeah.
Ugh.
You guys are really good at that.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
The
geez.
dogs are barking, and once the dogs start barking, they get on their horses, and they're going to be on you. You know, they will be on you before you'll be able to make it back. Oh, they're not. Yeah, they will be, because if you've moved up ahead off the road, then they're going to be on you before you can be back with the party. So,
Sure.
what do you do?
And how many outriders coming forward now?
Only a small band, 10 maybe. Yeah,
No,
maybe half of that.
Let's see what they have to say.
Numbering you
yeah,
1 to
see what
5.
they have to say. Just kind of hands up, kind of, or hands on weapons, nothing.
Just stay relaxed.
Aggressive.
Keep hands at the reins and kind of just.
Yep.
Wait. No sudden movement.
Yep.
Alright. So, yeah, soon enough, you are accosted by a few horse riders. Some of them wear chain shirts, some of them just have studded leather. But their speaker is half-elven, a half-elven man wearing studded leather, a couple of short swords, and has a stringless bow, a magic weapon. Stringless bows fire bolts of force. They were pretty standard in Mithranor's armies 500 years ago. Hark, this half-elf declares to you. What are you doing along these roads? You do not seem to be farmers nor merchants.
Going back and forth. Looking for game.
And what business, then, would a Badine and a Wanderer have together?
Well, I've been scouring these lands for some time now. I was taken from my tribe by the Zentarum and made my escape out here. And I've sought a better and more bountiful life. And the redhead here is a good friend of mine. Show me the game trails.
Who is your lord, then?
What's the lord in Daggerdale or Dagger Falls?
Randall Morn.
Randall Morn.
Yeah. Randall Morn. It's like
Aye.
closest I have to lord.
He be our lord too. Then you are welcome. Will you take lunch?
Sure.
I think we could do with a feed, yes. We have more. There are more of us down the road. A small band of hunters. Perhaps I shall ride back to them and let them know that we are welcome here.
Aye, you lass, come with us, and you may
Okay.
ride on to return to your warband.
Okay. I do just
All
that.
right.
Just taking
All
them
right.
at their word, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just naturally suspicious.
Pretty much just trusting everyone we run into on the road.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, they're humans.
Many-
That's, well, mostly human, at least.
Alright, Luna, roll initiative.
Things could go wrong, but they don't. Indeed, they recognise you, Luna, some of them, and you recognise some of them. Roughly 10% of the 100 you'd know, and likewise. Although you'll know more by reputation than you are by personal contact. The lady with the wolf, the redhead with the wolf, and you're becoming somewhat iconic, as it turns out, though you may not have realised it. So you're well received, and they call themselves the New Resistance. They are a mercenary guild, as far as they're concerned. They're official. There's 100 of them. Roughly 90 of them are hunters, much like you were a month or two ago. That level of competence, pretty good. A guerrilla warrior, but a hunter and not a soldier. Whereas the other 10% of them, the other 10 of them, are trained soldiers, front lines, experts who've maybe fought down in Gloriana in that old Cormerian state, or the new Cormerian state that fell apart almost as soon as it was made, or possibly from a place called Flan, which lies on the moon seat of the north. It's Flan fell to the Zentarum during 1373, 1372, the last couple of months. So yeah, there's a handful of soldiers, 10 professional soldiers. The rest of them are seasoned hunters who know the Dagger Hills. They know Cormanthor. They know the region. They've got dogs. A handful of them have got horses. They've got a spiked ditch, bows. And they are determined to stop the rise of the Zentarum before it can truly threaten the Dales like it did in the past.
Well, I talked to more so the people that know me by reputation. Well, my family was the same as you. I'm looking for the same thing right now. My war band right now, Death Wish. We're on our way to go retake Castle Daggerdale, set up a true castle in the area for us to control the area and make a stronghold.
They are very enthusiastic about this news, since they are obviously in the vicinity of Castle Daggerdale themselves. It is of great interest to them.
What was the name of their band? Sorry, Arctic.
The New Resistance.
Thank you.
If
They aren't listed. I looked.
If you guys are willing to help, you could put up a garrison at the fort with us. Probably be better than have built right now here.
They initially are regarded with great enthusiasm, but the rest of the party turns up and we break bread and we have beer and we say some prayers to gods like Maliki and Shortia and possibly Valar as well, Lathander. But anyway, after we've done our little religious ritual and while we're having our lunch, we get down to business. And these guys are enthusiastic to be contracted to become a proper army and receive proper training and to have barracks and all that sort of stuff. The timing of this particular random encounter is phenomenal. It's fortuitous, right? I love the random encounter. I love the campaign. Anyway, but there's a catch. They have families, right? They've given up their jobs to join the New Resistance. They've stopped. They're no longer shepherds. They're no longer cartwrights, and they want money. They will work for a silver piece a day, which is the equivalent of 300 gold pieces a month. Their leader, the half-elf, he doesn't want any money. He's not interested. You couldn't pay him if you tried. But the rest of them, they need to eat, and their families need to eat. So for the bottom rate of 1 silver piece a day, which is what you would pay a tradesman, it's not a lot.
Is it skilled work or unskilled, technically?
That's unskilled, technically, but it's also military pay. It's more patriotic than anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so 300 gold pieces.
Fringe benefits.
Yeah, I think there's a...
Don, he's like, I don't know. Well, maybe we should talk.
Shit.
Maybe we should talk about this before we start handing over money.
I mean, yeah, but
pretty much.
Yeah, I missed part of that because for whatever reason my computer just went boo. But I'm catching that we found a group of Dale folk that said, "Fuck the Zentarum, I'm gonna go quit my job to go stick it to the man."
Pretty much.
I think this is a fortuitous encounter. Yes.
Like I can't see Flint saying no to this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean they're like, I wish we had somebody with military experience that could show us like how to be proper soldiers. And it's like, wait, what's my background again? What did I spend 10 years doing? Shit.
It's easy to see you guys train.
Not to interrupt, but like I've just found the standard wages, and as it turns out, 1 silver piece is less than what you pay a farmer. It's a quarter of what you pay a skilled guy, so you might want to consider paying them more. They've only asked for bottom end rates, but but you might want to consider paying more.
We can start
Hey,
at bottom end and work up.
Digger, 2
We do
holes for
feed
2
them
silver a
too.
day.
That could probably count if we are able to feed them. That is.
But we
Feed
have
and
10
trade.
acres of farmland now.
I mean, I have 10 acres of farm.
Yeah, hold up.
No, well, I mean, if we have something to do with it, absolutely, I'm all for using it. But I was planning on waiting until the land got more valuable. But if we have some way to, invest in it, that is, perfect.
What's the half elf's name?
Yeah. Al Barabon.
Al Barabon. Interesting. All right.
Oh, what's your story, Al?
Good old Al.
Why are you doing this?
He's doing it because mostly for heritage, also for justice. His father and his father's line, his human line, are Dale's folk through and through. They were there when the Morns were run out of Daggerdale, and they were there when the Morns took Daggerdale back. He's got uncles who have died, grandfathers who have died in the war. His father died in the war, but in the more recent one, the reclamation 3 years ago, his father died in that. So he has a vested interest, but his father married one of the elves who didn't retreat. She was fairly young. She is fairly young. She's still only in her 120s, 130s. And when all of her family packed off to go to Evermead, she wanted to stay behind to protect the forest. And she still lives out there somewhere, in the Elven Court or somewhere else. So his father's dead. His mother lives in the Elven Court in Cormantor, and he just has a. There's every reason why you'd want to support Lord Morn. So all you've got to do is pick one. He's a nobleman. He's the rightful lord. He's kind. He's caring. He's one of us. He's an everyman. The Zentarum suck. They are Bay Knights. There's so many reasons why that you can just take a pick.
I understand. Your parents probably fought with my parents in the same war. I completely understand. That's why I do what I do.
Your expertise would be invaluable. My troops are skilled hunters. They know the lands very well. But someone of your expertise could show them more than I ever could.
Yeah. We'll whip them into shape. We got some soldiers here. He point over to Flint. He might
Teach
not
them
look
how to
like
think
much,
like
but
the enemy.
Yeah.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Zents.
They have an issue, however, these guys, and it doesn't arise until you've already finished lunch and begun your negotiations. And apparently, Al Barabon is completely unaware of it. It's not a problem he has; it's a problem within the forces themselves. They know who Raz is, and that's the issue here. They know who Raz is, and he's trouble. He's a bad guy.
What do you have to say for yourself, Raz? Are you a bad guy?
When I need to be. I can behave myself. For now.
It should be known that while we sympathise with the views that your soldiers might have, we've also bared witness to this man near on incinerate entire troops of Zentarum soldiers.
That's probably what they're worried about.
Why is that a concern? We stand against a common enemy, one that must be crushed. Here is just another tool in the belt, right?
I feel like you, of all people, should understand their distrust of a rogue mage.
Yes. Out of
I think
in
that's...
character, shut up.
I mean... My word is probably not good for shit, but I'll vouch for him, and if he does betray that, I'll kill him.
As long as the Dale's law holds, as long as the compact holds, because we hang people around here, and if half the things that they say about this guy are true, then we better be better off hanging him right here and right now. But that's not the Dale's way. So we'll wait for him to fuck up, and then we'll string him on.
When he fucks up, I'll be the one grabbing the noose.
Good.
Yeah,
And that's
right?
why they love you. Luna, you're their mascot. They picked their mascot. It's going to be Nix. Nix is the mascot.
Just don't get in my way and you won't get banned.
The good
This is
boys.
just- There's this thing called quitting while you're ahead. That was before you said that, okay?
Yeah.
It's in character, okay?
Whereabouts
So
is the Dale's
the new mascot is Nix stamping out a fire.
Peeing on fire.
That's if Roz ever steps out of line and they try to stop him.
You see, Roz, you're very useful. You just gotta be like, you just gotta be entertained. You're like a really destructive but beautiful cat. You know, you just gotta-
He's really a loose cannon. You just gotta make sure the cannon's pointed the right way. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
right?
He has had to hold back his fury for like 2 weeks now, so he's ramped up to. If
Yeah, we
Flint
think
wasn't
you can
there,
go
he definitely
crazy.
wouldn't have burned that entire shack down.
Whereabouts is the Dale's compact again? Is it the community notice board for Dagger Falls?
No, I don't think the
there's
Dale's
like a
compact's
stone.
written anywhere. Yeah, it's
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the laws even are, but you could definitely Google it, and that might tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as-
Essentially, it's elven laws. So if it sounds like something that elves or hippies would be in favor of, then that's probably Dale's law. But mixed with elves and hippies living in Texas. Yeah.
Libertarian
That's-
hippies, so. North
Yeah.
Dakota hippies, okay.
There we go.
That's
Now we're really
terrifying.
getting close to it. It kind of is, right? Like, these are people who sit on their porches with their loaded crossbows ready to fire, but don't give you a beer, like, they show you respect, they show you kindness, they also show you outright paranoia and hostility, all at the same time. It's, yeah,
They're
they're
good
really
folk.
hippies. They're good folk, that's right.
Do they believe in war
Terrible.
crimes?
I mean, yeah, that's like their
Oh.
thing, man. Honestly, it's like guerrilla warfare and terror tactics, right? Am I onto something?
Basically. As long as it's in
They're
defense of the
pro-war crime.
homeland, and if it's in defense of the homeland, then it's probably justified. But, if you were to torture female goblins to find out where their males are keeping their lands, then they're not going to like that. But although some of them will, I don't know. I guess that's probably a bad example
Subjective.
because
Goblins, yeah.
the law doesn't
They
cover
probably. Oh
goblins,
wait,
people.
no.
As with any conflict, though, there's a certain level of engagement and hostility. Like how harshly are you targeting civilian targets and shit? I don't know how much the
precisely.
Zentarum give a shit about that, but I'm sure even they
Oh.
do to a certain degree, proportionate
Only
response
in
and
a-
all that.
Only in a pragmatic sense. Like, if the Zentarum will benefit from them, then they'll do anything. But if it's bad for their reputation to torture children, then they won't do it openly. They'll do it out in the fields.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
Zentarum are bad guys, but they're best seen as a corporation, right? If anything that an evil corporation would do, so would they. A military-industrial corporation. That's what they would.
They're Absterio. So-
Then, I mean,
how do we use these guys here?
If-
Because I mean, they're essentially untrained rabble, right?
They're
In
cannon
game terms, they are tribal warriors, whereas the sergeants are
Scouts, archers.
thugs.
Oh.
So yeah, thugs and tribal warriors, and they're led by a veteran.
Hey, they got pack tactics and spears, baby.
I'll give you the exact information.
well, yeah, if they if they are okay with our word for Raz, then perhaps we can chat price and talk about what we want to pay them.
I think we can. And 300 is easy. We can definitely do double that.
Yeah, I agree. I say we offer them more.
In terms of after payment, though, what do we do with them?
In terms of after payment,
they help us rebuild and staff our castle.
Exactly.
Okay. Are we gonna leave them here though and raid it ourselves, or are we gonna try to have them like set up a trench outside and just have them wait here?
I think we can take the place ourselves. I don't want to lose men that we can possibly be valuable later.
Especially if we train them up at some point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, if we were gonna do that, it would be prudent to take time to train them. And I don't think that's right now is where we want to do it. I think they're better used honestly as labor than as muscle. So yeah, leave them here, give them payment, tell them we'll be back in a day. This is like right outside Castle Daggerdale. This is very fucking convenient. It's a really good.
Yeah, by the way, Dahlia, great roll.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, dude.
Hey, we said
Pretty lucky, yeah.
We said she had us covered, right?
Yeah.
Very well, Albarabon. I think we are in agreement that we will offer you and your men a total of 600 gold for the month. And it remains to... I think it stands that we will now proceed to Daggerdale with our small company, and we will return for you in the day, 2 days perhaps.
He is very confident that you will not be disappointed. The men and the women, there are about 10% of them are women. The men and the women are perfectly capable of looking after themselves. They know where to find game around here. They know what plants are poisonous. They know whose property is whose, and so on and so forth. So, like, in out of character, like they're local experts, right? They've got all of the expertise that they need for this particular area. So, while they might not be the best soldiers, they are
self-sufficient. That's important.
They're the best guerrillas.
That's the big problem armies always run into is, my people aren't supplied.
Yeah, and now I have to go and extort grain from the peasantry, and now the peasantry hate me, and I've got to protect my supply trains and all that. But no, these guys, they'll just go and hunt a direwolf and put it on the barbecue.
Yeah, they are the
as long as we're
supply train.
Yeah,
they are using them defensively, really. As long as we're keeping them to the region here. It's a perfect force for our castle here, though. Holy shit!
And they could be the start to our retaking of the region.
100 soldiers. I mean, that's roughly the same military as what Dagger Falls holds on hand.
Exactly. So you will have the largest private army in the region.
Yeah.
Maybe. Depends how big Zentarum are.
Well, yeah, I'm not including the Zentarum.
Yeah.
South of the river. Yeah, south of the river.
Yeah, that's amazing. Cool. That's a big turn. That's a big power play for us, honestly. We have commoners.
Welcome to tier 2.
There's a
right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's good.
All right, Debbie, a D12, please. Okay, and Razul, a D12.
D12 coming in hot.
Raz, 1D12.
Oh, that was 2. So 6.
Alright, that's 6. So, I'll switch us over to the Castle Daggerdale map, and you will see on the map there will be a little party icon. You guys can freely move that party icon around on the left-hand side only, and it'll give you a bit of a look. Now, this won't be your characters yet. We will assume that you are still, say, 500 feet away from the castle. The rain is heavy, really heavy, and that's kind of interfering with your vision a little bit. but you've got plenty of sets of eyes, and as long as you're being patient, then with time on your side, you'll get a bit of an idea of what's going on.
And that'll hopefully work both ways too.
Exactly. So you'll see the dynamic lighting is kind of scattered and difficult to comprehend. That's just the way dynamic lighting works in Roll20, but it represents the fact that these are ruins. The battlements are crumbly and broken, they're mismatched, the walls don't reach the ceiling anymore. It's a 2-story building, or perhaps even a 3-story building. This is a gatehouse down the front, a barbican gate, the front entry, if you will, to the fortification. There is a moat. That moat is currently swollen. The moat's normally not this big, but there is a moat, and that moat is spanned by a bridge, a stone bridge. That stone bridge has next to no protection. If there were any rails, they've all long since collapsed and fallen down. Castle Daggerdale itself it still has most of its roof, because the second, third, or fourth story, whichever one it was, it's still in place. So it's lost its actual roof, but it's still got an upper floor which serves as a roof. There is activity going on within there. People moving things about. They look like they're picking up big sacks and shuffling them about. Lots of giant frogs or giant toads in the swamp. They are croaking like crazy. Their bullfrog ritual can be heard from literally a mile away as they all try to croak louder than the others. It's truly deafening. It's hard to concentrate in such a loud assault on your audio senses. And yeah, so there's a couple of people in the barbican looking out towards you. There's a couple of people working in the heart. There's more guards positioned strategically around the fortress. A whole bunch of giant frogs in the moat. Yeah, and if you want to move the token up here in the left-hand corner, if you want to move it up and down, so that the dynamic lighting isn't quite as, I don't know, confusing, then
and
then you're
when
able
we
to.
get into range to see it, I'd like to cast Path Without Trace.
Yeah, cool. That'll last an hour, so no problem.
Now, Raz, I appreciate your propensity for damage, but we're going to be using the structure. So if you do end up throwing the fire that you're so interested in, try to keep it maybe contained a little.
It's also stone, so
Yeah, aim
Let's
for
see
the
if we
stone,
can.
not the wood.
Yeah. I mean,
well, it's already been raised, right? So
Exactly.
more fire
But
won't really affect it.
most of the
I don't
wood would have
think
been
it's-
burnt 40 years ago, and what's left is wet as wet.
yeah, I think he's pretty much safe to go. I
Yeah.
think if you see what looks like trade goods or explosives, please don't. Unless you think it's prudent, then please do. But yeah, I mean, try not to blow up the walls or anything that'll make us do more work. But yeah, go fucking let's fucking kill these dudes.
I am going to apply my drow poison to my dragon tooth shortsword.
Permission to go crazy.
Oh, there's a lot of rain here, Razul, and so how are you going to keep your blade from not getting washed off before you get there?
That's a great question, one that I had not thought about.
Gonna have to keep it low.
Not put poison on yet.
Yeah, all that. Just wait. But I've said that I have.
But you don't have to. Your character is much more aware of the thunderstorm than you are.
Yeah. Yeah. With that in mind, I think he's probably clued enough to not do it just yet. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Is this rain bad enough to affect longbows or at least reduce range or something?
Yeah, it could do. It's certainly. I guess it
Kind of
depends.
kicking myself for asking, but it would make sense to me, honestly.
It kind of depends on you guys. If you want to wait until the rain eases, then you can do that, and it'll just be like a light, steady fall. If you want to strike during the thunderbolts and lightning, then that's up to you. So it'll basically be your call. Yeah.
I think essentially we got two ideas. We can go loud and we can go fast, or we can go quiet and slow. And I think we go hard and fast here.
I'd say
Are we able to
probably
identify?
Do we?
Are we able to?
Sorry, go
What were
on.
we saying, Luna?
Oh, I was saying go quiet and try to get the gatehouse.
You think so?
Then, yeah. Then go loud
Okay.
from there.
Wait.
I think
Luna's
that's not a
saying
bad
going in
idea.
quiet? What?
I mean,
What?
I know, right?
Huh?
it makes sense though. Like tactically, I think that's a good idea. But I also think if we run up on horseback and just snipe these fuckers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
reckon.
Like
if
I
we
can
wanna-
see me riding in
we
with
wanna-
Spirit Guardians already going.
Yeah, if we want to try to send up ahead a stealth team to splinter cell these guys,
Yeah,
then
why
yeah,
don't-
we can do that.
Why don't we try and open this gate up so that you can ride through with your magics?
Spirit Guardians and the magics and whatnot. Be ready to lose horses though if you are bringing them into combat, because riding horses
That's
have
fine.
like what 10, 11 HP. Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Are we able to see what kinds of enemies they are?
If
'Cause
you're
so
able
we can see
to,
them moving shit around.
yeah, if you want to like move the token like someone just has, then you'll be able to have a look around.
Yeah.
I mean, like race. Like, are they humanoids or?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh.
Look, you make an insight check or perception.
All right.
I'm gonna leave
Thank you.
Atar tied to a tree somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah, just as a reminder, we all have 10 temp HP, thanks to my
Okay.
feat.
Delicious, thank you.
Oh, it's 10 now. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
it's
are
my
we
level plus
all-
my charisma modifier.
Ooh.
Raz, in the forward outpost in the gatehouse, it doesn't look very heavily defended. There only seems to be half a dozen soldiers. You spot a bunch of slender people. They don't look like locals, but they are slender people. They have short bows. And you also spot a dwarf with ashen grey skin, like skin the color of cigarette ash, and he is trying to keep his firearm dry. He's got this big arquebus, and he's set up like a little tarpaulin over his head so that rain doesn't fall on his bipod.
Okay.
If I'm not able to identify them, am I able to see them good enough to alter self and mimic them?
To some degree, like at this stage we're still 500 feet away. Even if we were to
Okay.
reach the edge of the map, we'd still be like 100 feet away. And trying to get facial details of an ethnicity is at that range is not imperfect, but you might miss the color of their eyes, for example, or whether or not they have tusks. Perhaps something, small things like that. Claws instead of fingernails, and so on.
Who all is going to be at the front?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
me
mean
and
like
Brad
in the
Rule.
stealth team or like charging?
Charging. Who else is going to be shock trooping?
I think it's just you and maybe Roz behind you. Unless Roz wants to come with the stealth team, but he can be stealthy, but I don't know if he can attack stealthily. As good as fire is at doing damage, it's very bad at being inconspicuous.
I have a crossbow.
care about
That's
it.
pretty much it.
You do have that. We gotta get you a Pegasus short bow or something. Okay, so yeah.
I don't think sorcerers can use short bows.
Oh, really?
But you can't. I have light crossbow proficiency, and that's it.
Do we just want to try to just hail of arrow these guys? I forget what that scene was in Lord of the Rings where they just pepper all the orcs at once.
It's Helm's Deep, I think you're talking about. Second movie?
It's in the extended edition with the
where the
Faramir.
big guy sticks on.
Ugh,
Gilligan?
Yeah.
Is that where
it's been
he
such
like,
a long time.
he like turns the corner and then someone yells at him to get down, and then there's a big volley, right? I don't know. That's
Yeah, something like that. It's been, man. I need to watch I've watched the Fellowship a lot, but I haven't watched any of the other ones in a very long time.
Same.
I should go back and rewatch the Hobbit series.
Yeah,
It wasn't very good, but I only watched them all once.
it's cinematically done fairly well, but I thought they went a little bit too hard on the special effects angle of it. It felt a little manufactured as compared to the 2001 Peter Jackson versions.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good. It was still decent, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I liked them, but they had a lot to live up to.
Yeah, they could have done 2 movies, I think, but I think 3 movies was too much. Like, if you're gonna put in all the detail to it and make that like a 5-hour film, I think that they could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Had the first climax be the end of Mirkwood, which is a logical place to end off it. Mirkwood's my favorite part of The Hobbit, and then they could have gone on to do the Battle of the 5 Armies at the end of the other one. But no, they made the whole climax into another movie, and it
killed the pacing.
Yeah.
And they could have added, Tom Bombadil. Just saying.
That's Fellowship, though, I'm pretty sure, right? Or is he in Hobbit? I don't remember.
Oh, that's right. That is Fellowship. God, I'm losing my mind.
Okay. Alrighty. So what's the game plan here? Do we just snipe them from a distance and then charge up, or what?
I think me and Razul can get up basically on top of them without being seen.
Do you want Flint to come with you for more firepower, or do you want him to stay back and work with the shock troopers as kind of a Swiss Army knife support?
honestly,
Much up to you.
I think you'd be better with us, to be honest.
Alrighty. I mean,
the faster-
Rogue does sneak attack, and I just got that extra D6.
There we go.
The faster we can get on top of these folk and get this gate open and secure a stealthier approach to the main area, I think the better.
Yeah.
Well, as
Did
soon
you
as
take
the
your
three,
second? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as soon as the 3 of you start your approach, I'll bless you for additional odds of getting closer without being noticed.
That's saving throws and attack rolls.
Oh right, that's not ability checks. Oh,
That's
never
that's
mind.
guidance.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Need enhance ability to do.
I
Enhance ability for
unprepared
my
that.
favorite spells.
I know.
mean-
I don't have it. I don't have space for it.
Yeah, it's you gotta have a high wisdom to really like be able to have the flexibility to use that, and it's not necessarily a raw combat one. Like, I mean, it's got use, but
I took the spell magic instead because I needed that in combat more than once.
But bless is still useful if you want to cast it.
oh yeah, dude, we'll be
Yeah.
shooting here in 10 seconds. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
even if we only have 30 seconds, so that's an eternity in combat time.
Yep. I will also before combat cast this on myself.
Ooh, I'm gonna drink. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna drink my antitoxin.
How many of those do we have?
I have 4 of them.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I put some in the party wealth. I personally have 4, and I will distribute them if need be.
Do you want some cash for it? I'll pay you. They're not cheap.
If Flint's like this, like you owe me a favor or something, it's gonna be something inconspicuous, like a cowboy hat.
All right.
Isn't Flint wearing a cowboy hat right now?
Yeah.
Maybe a pair of arseless chaps later.
I'll take you up on that deal as well.
Alrighty, yeah.
All right. I too shall drink the antitoxin.
And if Dahlia wants it, she can just have it. Like she gives us the shit, like the word, them good words. It also saves our lives and really carries us in combat sometimes.
Sure, I'll take one. Why not?
Really, without Dahlia, I would not be able to play Debbie the way I do.
No, Devi's a fucking tank, dude. Devi's more martial than any of our martial characters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a wrecking ball.
Alright. And it's honestly kind of a thing of beauty to watch the way you play this cleric.
As just kind of, I'm gonna smash through everything.
It's really the unstoppable force, immovable object. You're an immovable object.
So, ready to go?
Let's do this. Do we just like drop our tokens down and I don't know, roll for initiative?
Yeah, that's the question. Put yourselves down, and then if you're going to open up like a long range attack, then we will start by rolling for initiative. In fact, yeah, just put yourselves down anywhere on, like, pick one of the edges. It has like one of the, that's exactly like that. Yeah, one of the edge squares. So flip back one. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And you can put yourself on any one of those edge squares, and I guess we'll once you're down, we'll roll for initiative.
Do I have a horse token? Because I'm literally gonna ride in toward the gate.
All right. In that case, there is the sound of gunfire because they will see the horse coming. The alarm is set off, which is the blast of a gun. It happens as the same, but with the fortress on alert instead.
I'll have had cast
Classic.
Spirit Guardians on my way and be already taking the dodge action.
All right. How long does Spirit Guardians last?
10 minutes.
It's
10 minutes, not 10 rounds. So 10 minutes. Like, that's no problem. As long as it's a 10-minute spell, then yeah, that's
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
the other spell I have up is non-concentration, but it's also an hour.
Cool. Here's the riding horses. All players. You should find the riding horse inside Pets and Companions now. You can just drag and drop it. I'll have to move it behind you.
Well, so much for being sneaky.
Sorry, I thought that was the plan.
You still have your
Eh.
I think you still have Pass Without Trace on as well, right?
Yeah, we all had pass without trace.
Yeah, should we make a stealth check or something?
Not anymore.
Cool.
If you are approaching stealthily, then you can make a stealth roll. Yeah.
If I could have, I would have put myself like off the map a little bit.
You said you rode the horse up the main route.
Yeah, but like riding it up from like a ways back, like I couldn't put myself any further back as well.
But they see you from a ways back. That's the whole point. Like they've got scouts out, they've got a vantage point. You're riding a horse. It's only fairly light rain, I assume.
That's fair.
I don't think we have to qualify that. So the sound
I
of
have
gunfire.
spectral modrons flying around me. Like, yeah, that's fair.
All right, exactly. Yeah. There's nothing subtle about it. The rest of you, if you are approaching subtly, then you can make a stealth roll. It'll just be beating their passive perception.
And everyone's with a +10.
Yeah, Flint with the 35.
20.
Roll the 2, gets a 20.
Yeah. 21.
What's 9 plus 10?
None of us rolled particularly well on that one. I want to say, yeah, Luna and Nyx are gonna lead up the entire pack here. Oh, they got some dwarves here. That's insulting. God, 2 natural ones. Roz with his quote-unquote stealth.
7 on a nat 1.
You're just like, my coat is wet, and you just fucking firebolt your coat real quick. So they just like see a little like, just like a little quick fire. Someone lit a match.
Brawls cast fireball to warm himself up.
Oh god, I hope not fireball, man. You're doing full damage to yourself too. I'm pretty sure.
True.
Oh man, it's gonna be a fight here. Here's hoping they don't. Right. Here's hoping they don't have some crazy fucking pact with these toads. Can you imagine having to fight all these toads if they're just charging us? That's honestly one of the scariest things I can think of. Like, fuck zombies, fuck demons.
Just toads.
Giant toads.
Giant
Yeah, because
toads.
then you're stuck inside
They're
of them.
hopping,
Yeah.
dude. That's insidious. They're slow, but they're gonna get you. Like, you're gonna tire.
They've got big jump distances too. They're not. You don't fuck
Right.
around with toads.
They like play into your mouth, and they're all just like got their dead eyes.
Like the
dude,
bite
just staring at you.
restrains too. Like it's nutty.
Oh, dude,
newer
yeah.
newer player. What's so scary about toads? Jaded, hurt players from a long time ago. Oh god, toads. Why does it have to be toads?
His eyes
Right.
glazed over.
I don't know. Or as far as I can tell, Arctic is a thing for snakes, though.
Yeah, no.
Dude, okay, swarm of poisonous snakes versus a level 1 party.
Yeah.
It almost one-hit KO'd a level 1 fighter.
Yup.
It did one-hit KO, but it almost one-hit killed him. Like, if
Yeah.
he would have failed to save, it would have been one of those things like with Rex when he nearly died fighting the giant scorpion.
Yep.
Alright. So the giant toads are oblivious to your presence. And they don't seem to really care. They're just out croaking each other, hanging around near the edge of the banks. They're 3/4 submerged. You can really only see their shoulders and their eyes and their mouths, swimming out there in the depths of this moat. The gun has been fired. There are yells coming from the gatehouse and also being returned back from the main fortification. It's mostly in Dwarven. It's mostly male voices, but you do hear males and females yelling out in the common tongue as well. And it's the sort of chaos that you'd expect. We're under attack. Invaders, riders, Dale's folk. The alert goes up. Nix, what do you do?
Nyx will try to just run up. Basically, just sneak by.
Alright. The Dwerga reloads his gun, lines up the horse, and fires. Oh no, he instead will enlarge himself. He gets really, really big.
Thick.
That's hot.
That's it.
That's the one side.
Luna.
Let's see how far can I move. I'll just kind of squirm around the tree and pull out my bow and shoot him. Oh, actually, I'll shoot
Alright.
D here for advantage.
Alright, they have, these guys have all got +5 to armor class behind their battlements, unless you have a sharpshooter.
I do not.
Oof.
Rip.
Did you get blessed, Luna? It doesn't matter with that roll, but...
Yeah, I believe Dahlia targeted me.
Okay, that's a D4 in all your attack rolls, too, so...
Yeah.
You can set up a macro on your sheet to add
Yep,
it in.
I have it. I just didn't have it clicked.
Yeah, it was Luna, Flint, and Rizzle that got blessed.
Word.
Okay, Luna, I do not appreciate that gif of what's gonna be me soon.
Oh, I posted that a while ago. When you were talking about
I
the
mean,
arrows.
it's gonna be accurate, though, but they're gonna kill your mount first, because they're assholes.
They have guns, not bows.
Some of them do anyway. At least one of them does.
Yeah, the
The other ones
Durgar
had
probably
short
do.
bows. He did say short bows.
Rizzo.
Right, turn to Dahlia and tell her in Badine to keep her head down and be careful. And if she needs me to just call out, I will use my movement. I will take the action to dash, and I will use my cunning action now to hide amongst this foliage here.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Raz.
Roz is going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Minute, for the record.
What's up? Oh,
Now,
minute, yeah.
For the record.
Details.
It's spelled the same. English is hard.
I mean, if you say the spell wrong, you miscast it.
I pressed it again.
Little clocks.
Don't pay attention to me pressing that.
Oh, okay, no worries.
And I'm just going to stay right here because they're still in range.
Alright.
Oh, you're not gonna throw one?
I
Or
can't.
fireball,
They're
or-
attached to an attack.
thought you could
Minute
cast
Meteors is an action.
And I think it's a bonus action to toss one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
There's a way you
Yeah.
can display out the spell. Here, where's the thing?
Not that.
Oh, good enough. Thank you.
Got it.
You can.
Yeah, so as part of the spell, when you cast the spell, and there's a bonus action thereafter. So you could drop one right now as part of the action you're using to cast it, and you'll still have a bonus action this turn.
You send two at once.
Odd. Yeah.
Wait, so I can throw one at
Yeah, when you cast it,
someone right now?
you get a shoot right away. Yep.
Okay, so the one that I can see, I guess when I had pressed the 7 damage right here.
Uh-huh. Yep, no worries. Okay,
And that'll end my turn.
Oh, do you get your +5 now because we're level 6? Or +4, whatever your charisma modifier is?
Fire damage, is it?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure this is fire damage.
Yeah.
It's. Oh, is that a thing? Or did you take sorcerer again?
So it
or
was
did you do something different?
2d6. So that's actually 8 damage because all my 1s turned to 2s.
Yeah, and because you're a level 6 dragon sorcerer now, I'm pretty sure you get charisma damage on spells cast that use your elemental type.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Do I?
Yep, that's a level 6 draconic sorcerer.
Remember if it was
Unless you
is there
took a different
resource
class or
tied to
something.
that?
No, that's it. Is that elemental affinity?
No, so it's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's what it's called.
Do you have it on your sheet? Because you can paste it out. There you go.
Us. Okay.
So if
for
fire
one
is
of
your
So
those-
that's +6.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can also spend
your-
1 point to become resistant to fire. That's good.
So it'll be 2d6, and then you might have elemental adept, which gives you the ones become 2s.
Very
Yes, I do
nice.
have that.
Yeah, and then what's your charisma modifier?
+6.
+6.
It should-
Wait,
it-
you mean
Wait,
should
+3, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be what, 7 to 8 plus 11 damage rather than the 7.
Yeah.
Sweet, that's cool.
I don't know how sorcerers work yet.
You get the hang of it.
so it was 8 damage instead of 7, is that right?
It's 11.
It was 11 damage.
11 instead of 7, right. Alright. There is a brief explosion, and some of the rocks fall off the battlements, tumble down into the land in the mud below. But yeah, she maintains almost full cover. Dahlia.
I will. Where's 30 feet? I'll move up 30 feet and keep low, and just take the hide action to remain hidden in this foliage.
You get your plus 10 because you're still with Luna too.
There it is. Rolling through the grass, although I'm not technically prone. Like ducking behind the tree, going from bush to bush.
Alright. Flint.
Alrighty, I'm gonna follow behind these. Follow behind my companions here, and likewise, I'm gonna take a position in like the underbrush and the tall grass here, right on the edge. And is this Duergar pretty well covered as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Even enlarged. Yeah, there's lots of cover, 3/4.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, hopefully your moon goddess is looking out for me. I'm gonna take a shot from stealth at the Duergar.
Alright.
Ooh, 23 with the bless.
More than enough.
Bam.
Ouch. 23 damage too. A crippling blow, and you think you might have killed him with a single strike, but then you see him fumbling for his weapon, and you know that he's still alive.
So he takes one step back then, and he returns to stealth. So just kind of a arrow flies out of the underbrush, and just a tiny little rustle as he takes a step back and gets low.
32 stealth. I have the power.
This is strange because I have a history of rolling a 5 or less on all my stealth checks, and this is 2 of over 20.
2 over
Oh, is it 2 more levels and you can't roll lower than 9?
I know, dude. Oh my god. Well, it's level 11
11
when I do that,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I'm gonna take expertise though in stealth next level. Anyway, I digress. That's my turn.
Alright. The archers. So you just played against Flint. So you appear from the bushes. They call out in the common tongue that there is an army. That they're hiding in the bushes, but they can't see you. They can see Debbie. They don't have the. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm not hidden as well.
Oh, you're also not hidden. Then where are you? Oh, right there, right up close. Cool. So you're not hidden. Razul's also not hidden if he just did the firebolt.
Raz.
Raz, yeah, Raz and Razul. Okay, cool.
Did you say they have short bows or long bows?
They have short bows, and it's just out of range for each of them.
Longbowmen really superior.
Certainly is.
They are dangerously in range for me.
And so they certainly are, and so they're going to go for the wizard since that's the sensible thing to do. They're at a vantage point and they're firing bows, so they can just volley straight over them. The trees aren't going to offer any cover, and so all of them fire their short bows, all at disadvantage.
Geek the mage.
That's it.
Yeah, it's smart.
But the best they can do is a 15. Does that hit, Raz?
15 does not hit.
Alright, a few arrows land in the mud around you, but they fall harmlessly. Debbie.
Alright. Horse, gosh, how far does riding horse go? I forget.
60.
Look.
We
Yeah,
got it
60.
up there. Yeah, 60. So you can
60.
move at 120.
Yeah, so horse is going to dash. Is there like a gate there, or?
Portcullis is closed, yeah. But the whole thing's also ruined, so while the gate is closed, there are gaps in the stone masonry that you can slip through.
Oh yeah, where's the gap?
All over the place. They're here and there. It would be difficult terrain to move through, but you can just pick a square and there'll be a gap there.
Knowing you can just make a hole, you know? Just fucking
There
shoulder
we
that
go.
shit.
And then I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna go in, get off the dismount now that the horse has
This
gotten
is
me
a
here,
this is
and
a two-story building, by the way. And so these guys are on an elevated level of a two-story building. The whole thing's about 20 feet high. Yeah,
so they're about 20 feet up.
that's right. And behind a wall that is roughly 5 feet high.
All right, I start looking for the stairs.
Okay, cool. So you've reached the edge of the fortress. There is no staircase, but you do see a ladder on the other side.
Oh, like over that area.
Where the dwerger is. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will regular move. Oh wait, I only get half my movement. So
It's
I
also
will...
difficult terrain getting through the first 5 feet.
Okay, so another 5 foot back. All right, and I will take the dodge action.
Cool. The
And
giant toad keep Yep.
still have a bonus.
You gonna spirit weapon him?
Yeah. I will spiritual weapon the Duragar on my way in.
He's on a level above you, so you can't see him.
All right, so before I dismount and move.
Yep. You can cast it then. That's no problem.
Yep, that's when I'll cast it. So.
All right.
Let me pull out. There we go. And I am then going to smack him with it if I can find where I put it.
But your spiritual weapon smacks only his tent, his tarpaulin. So he gets a bit wet, but that's the worst that happens to him.
All right, that is my turn.
Alright. Giant toads croak next.
Nyx will dash into the building.
Alright, so it won't be difficult terrain for him because he's only small, so he can just slip straight into one of the cracks.
Okay. They'll be down here, waiting for the gate to open.
Sounds good. The Dwerger sees Luna lined up there, and also sees Raz as well. His arquebus has grown with him, and Luna is the one who is in range, so he will line her up and fire. 13's not going to do it, though, is it?
Big miss.
Not a chance. Okay, cool. The other one. You're hidden, aren't you, Razul?
I am, yes. Stealth is 18, so not sure what their passive perception are.
Yeah, not good enough for that. So they hold their rifles at the ready for when they can see a target. Luna.
Yeah, I'll move up 30 feet and take a shot at the Draugr.
Alright, he has a lot of cover, but he's also heavily injured. Even a glancing blow might be. That's not a glancing blow.
Ignore the 4. So it's 13.
Alright, he drops his arquebus at the base, at the top of the ladder. Doesn't fall down, it just sits there in the rain, getting a bit wet. Razul.
Okay, Razul will use his movement to break from cover and get to the side of the structure here. Now, Arctic, would I be able to feasibly scale the side of this ruin up to the second level?
Yeah. It's pretty easy because there's like a lot of handholds thanks to the missing masonry.
So, I think, and you said it was 20 foot tall?
Yeah, that's right, with an extra 5 foot of wall beyond that.
Okay. I think what I may How can I do this? I think I get to 35 feet. Oh, let me see. I think if I get to this point and then use my bonus action to dash, I can scale this wall.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and do
Persia that shit, boy.
Athletics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, or acrobatics.
I'll take acrobatics for sure.
Yeah, you're able to swing yourself up there. Yeah, and you parkour straight over the railing.
Alright, awesome. So I'm up top now with these people here. So I am going to, with my Dragon Tooth short sword, I will swing at the first target here.
Alright, she casts her bow aside and tries to parry it with her short sword. Fighting knife to knife.
17.
She has no armor, not so much as a raincoat, and it makes her an easy target.
Cool. So 8 piercing. I've used my bonus action. That is my action. That is my turn.
But she dodges the worst of the blow, and what would have been a lethal stab to her belly is merely a bleeding wound on her side. Right.
Well, the people that I can hit from here are within 5 feet of my allies, unless they want to get burned. I can't do that.
The ones down here are not next to me. For reference, I'm down below them.
And the wolf is also down below.
Yeah.
Yep.
I dash 60 feet down. And I can use my bonus action to hurl 2 minute meteors at this one.
Alright.
Or 1 at each. We'll do 1 at each.
1 at each.
Actually, you could go in between them and hit both.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Huh, can't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
Well.
brain tap.
Yeah.
Does it do half damage, or is that an all or nothing?
Half as much on a save.
If they make the DC save, it's all or nothing. And that's actually 4
Plus
No, it's a
3.
half on a save.
Yeah, 4 plus 3.
Oh man, you're
Yeah.
actually getting a
So
lot of
7.
use out of that fucking out of that
Right?
feat. Like, damn, you were rolling ones today, boy. It's okay. You're saving the good stuff. I understand.
And do you roll separately for each meteor because you toss 2?
Yeah.
Oh, he only
So the
tossed
first
one,
one's
didn't he?
7, and I'm throwing the other.
I think you can toss 2 per bonus action.
So that's 10. So 17.
10 or 5.
If they don't make the save on both.
I think, what was the DC for the save?
14.
14.
Okay, so they both fail one, they both pass one. They fail the first and pass the second.
Alright, so that's 12 damage. Alright.
Is that right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it's 7 on the first one and 5 they got the half damage. So 12
Cool.
to each.
Alright, they squeal, a man and a woman, burning as they are in the rain.
And that's it.
Okay, the creatures that are dropping, that are carrying the sacks of whatever it is up ahead, throw down their sacks and instead start running up the gangway.
Oh yeah.
They appear to be unarmed, save for the claws and fangs that they have on them naturally.
Is the gangway connected to the top or the bottom?
The gangway is connected to the bottom. Yeah, to the lowest level.
Alright.
So it's not that far. It's not that far off the off the water line. The water laps up against the edge of it. It's more of a causeway than a bridge. In fact, that's what it is. A causeway. Dahlia.
I'll just dash up 60 feet. It really?
All right, Clint.
Alright, this is getting fun now. I got a decently clear shot at this one here. Is it still 3/4 cover, or is it a little less?
Yeah, still 3/4 cover. Yeah.
Alrighty. This should be with advantage from stealth. I'm gonna take a shot at her. That'll be a 23 then.
Okay, not 23. That's a great strike. Is that the one up against Nyx?
Or Nyx is down a level, but yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. The Nyx is down a level. Not that one. So yep, the great strike. And she screams as she bleeds heavily from a shoulder wound. Terrible, but not serious, but not lethal. But to your surprise, you find yourself caught up in some thin twine. And before you can work out exactly what the hell's happened, you've opened a cage. There is a cage above you, right? And within that cage is a snake. And by tripping the tripwire, you've pulled open the cage's bottom, and the snake falls down onto you. Its first reaction is to bite you.
Alrighty.
See if there's poisonous snake. Cool.
Damn snake traps.
Damn snake traps.
Right? Oh, fuck
Next in this
yeah.
campaign.
Right?
We in Nam?
Is it attacking me, or?
It's attacking you, and then it enters after it uses its reaction to bite you.
Oh man. Well, this is a good thing I'm moving, because I'm moving.
Okay, well it's already used its reaction, so I won't get a second one.
Right? Yeah. It's all this all works out. I move my 30 feet, and I'm gonna go ahead and just dash right away here.
I so love my snake trap. I think it's the best trap.
That was good, honestly. Yeah. Okay, that'll get me right up to here.
There's
And
motherfucking snakes in my motherfucking campaign.
right? In my campaign. Oh shit! I'm gonna use my interact with object to grab the end of like the end of the rope on my grappling hook, and I'm gonna give it to Dahlia.
All right. We haven't even been to Serpent Bridge yet. Okay. The 1T. All right. So you guys are. Razul is up on the top level, but he's the only one on the top level. So they will cast down their short bows and rush Razul. And they start hacking at it.
Come on then. I'll make this quick.
They'll do their best.
AC is 15.
Oh jeez.
Buddy.
No, make it quick.
Oh, poison damage too?
I've got antitoxin though, right? So it's half the poison damage.
No, it's advantage on saves if you gotta make them.
Yeah.
Is it not? Does it not offer resistance?
Oh no.
Really?
That's
a
what
potion of
protection from poison
resistance.
is.
Yep.
That's
That's a second level potion, so that's 120 gold.
Ah, yeah, okay. Cool, alright, so what's that? 12 plus 6 plus 12 plus 9. 24, 39 damage. Beautiful.
Yikes, dude.
So all the temp HP, and then 61 less the 29 is 32. Cool.
The other
He
ones
has
run up.
61 HP.
These guys run up to the edge of the battlements and fire down upon Talia.
Oh, fucking
Out the
dicks.
blast.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that.
Uh-huh.
You can hear shouting coming from the castle, high-pitched, hissing exotic accents, but the common tongue. And it sounds like they are readying the castle for assault. Devi.
All right. Is there anything blocking me from just running onto the bridge?
No, there's not. There's a bit of debris, but it won't get in the way.
All right, I'm gonna move to there and take the dodge action and move my
Before you
spiritual
can
weapon.
take the dodge,
Take the dodge action and then move.
Yeah, take the dodge action and then move. Yeah, exactly, because you could have done it either way, so it's no big deal. But because you immediately come under fire from 2 arquebuses and 8 short bows.
Oh boy.
Each. Here we go.
Man.
Good thing you got like 5 million AC.
I mean, there's an 18 though. Is
Miss.
that good enough? Oh my god. Are you 19 or what?
21.
Yeah.
What the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
I'm just charging out with my shield color. Ah!
The
Crazy.
shield is
Even with-
filled with arrows.
Crazy.
Some of them hit, but they bounce off your shoulder pads and your baldric and your pauldrons and so on.
Fucking breaking some goddamn arquebus shots on it, like some anime samurai bullshit.
Yeah, the out of all of that, if they had advantaged, only 2 would have still hit.
Fucking ridiculous. You'd be doing well to let your support catch up with you, lest your cavalry get overextended.
Oh come on, I'm fine.
Okay.
I got cure wounds. We're good.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's the end of my movement, and bonus action was to move my spiritual weapon closer to me. So yeah.
Poisonous snake hides in the forest. Giant toads broke necks.
Nyx was gonna run up the bridge. I think Nyx is smart enough to see Dahlia get peppered with arrows and think, maybe not.
Debbie's just hears the ping, 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 ping.
Yeah, that's it.
Kind of coward.
I mean, the arquebuses are pretty loud, though.
Yeah, true.
Nyx is gonna take the dodge action, move up a little bit. Just gotta peek around the corner.
No worries. The Dwerga fire again at Debbie.
All the disadvantage in the world. Oh my god.
Thank God for disadvantage.
Dodging crits, you fucking piece of shit. I love you.
Puts a hole straight in your shield.
You're gonna need a new one of those after this.
I got the men spell. It's fine.
True. Solution for
Fucking
everything.
men spell.
I just run up the middle of the bridge.
Luna's just gonna dash in. Alright. Call that good enough.
Good enough. Nyx wags her tail.
It was a good girl.
Okay, Rizal.
That fucking hurt. So Rizal pulls out a hand axe into his offhand, and will swing with his Dragontooth short sword at the wounded Yuan-Ti that has been shot at a couple of times. For 24, 7 piercing damage.
Alright. Another serious injury. But as her blood washes away in the rain, she does not give up.
She does not give up. Fucking cop this then, bitch. Give her a hand axe too.
Wedges it in the side of her face and yanks her off the building where she falls down face first into the mud.
Alright, and I Chrome has done the thing where it's like blocking the select icon again. I'm just gonna shift down to this square, like to the right of the other UNT, and that's my turn.
Yeah.
I'll refresh
No
and do
worries.
that now.
Alright.
Is this the snake that's to my left?
Um,
Or north of me?
Yeah, that's the snake that's up here. Yeah.
Is it hiding or something?
Yeah, it's like slithering up a tree. Yeah.
So I can't see it?
Oh, it's not hiding. You can see it. Yeah. Hasn't taken the
Okay.
hide action.
Then I will chromatic orb at it, because that's a range of 90 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Really don't like snakes.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Alright, that's gonna strike the snake.
Alright. And I'm going, that is fire. So, you know what, let's cast that at a level 2.
Oh my god.
Really don't like the snake.
You reduce it to -17.
Said it's negative 17.
That's
Jesus Christ, dude.
The snake's only has like 3 HP or something like
You
that.
overkilled the ever-loving shit out of that. Like, that is one of the most gratuitous overkills I think I've ever seen. Like, to make a modern world equivalency here, you took a 308 and shot a groundhog.
I'm also going to
was coming
take...
right at me.
I'm going to take 10 steps forward. 10 feet forward, right? Yeah. They're 100 feet away. Nope.
But wait,
So
there's
I'm going to do another chromatic orb at one of these guys at level 1 using my Meta Magic Twin spell.
It has to be the same. It's at the
Oh,
same
that's the
level.
wrong thing. Oh, then, yeah.
Yep.
Does an 18 hit?
It's certain, yeah, it certainly will. They have virtually no armor, just good cover.
When you twin a spell, it uses the same spell slot as the first.
That's cool.
And which one was that against?
That one.
Yeah. She's severely injured at this point.
I remember the plus 3 as well for that.
And I'm going to throw my 2 magic meteors right there to hit both of them.
Oh yeah, because you can do that as well as a chromatic orb. Yeah. Doesn't take a bonus action to boost it, does it?
No.
Nope.
It's just a consistent bonus action, then, yep.
But I think that's all your meteor. You got one left?
Yeah.
I will have one left after I use my next one. Do they want a DC against that?
That's they failed
That's 10.
that one.
And
9.
then... No, that's 5.
The one
plus-
becomes a 2.
So that's 7. Yeah. Okay.
7 plus charisma is 10.
Oh, nice.
And that one
8,
is 11.
11. Yeah.
Damn.
Severely injured one is killed outright. Yeah, that's it. And the other one is ducking cover.
Yeah, this is giving a whole
And I'm
new
going to
meaning the
move
tip.
up the extra 20 feet, actually. Yeah. And that's my turn.
Alright. Is it folk? Russia. meet you on the bridge.
I had no idea that snake had so little health.
Yeah. It's just a snake.
Oh, it was just a snake?
It's
Snake
I thought it
crispy.
was like
Hey, you know, it can probably do like what? Like I'm not sure if it's a D4 or if it's 2D6 for the venom, but I know it can do some damage.
made
Yeah,
sure he would
for
never bite anyone again.
Okay,
Yeah,
2D4 still.
Yeah, 1 piercing plus 2d4 poison. Like,
That can kill a level 1 adventure if they roll shitty and it rolls high.
yeah,
That-
I don't
but that
know.
particular
Upside at 9.
That particular snake has only one. Come on. They're all ones, guys. They're all ones. Alright, Dahlia.
I'm gonna move up 25 to get there, go through a hole in the wall, end up next to Luna. And then I can't see any enemies because they're all above me. I'll just move forward. Yeah, right here, so that I'm out of the line of sight of any of the guys in the castle proper.
Okay. You are completely hidden from sight.
Alrighty, so he's right in a good spot here to get a couple feet running and hit the wall literally running. And it's what, like 20 feet to get up to the second story?
Yeah, plus an extra 5, so 25.
Okay. Climbing doesn't cost me any extra movement at all, so I should be able to spend 30 feet and be right on the wall outside of this commotion. And this is a pretty thin wall, yes?
Thin wall? It's not very thin. It's a big, thick stone wall. It's just that it's in disrepair.
Okay. Is there
It's
anywhere
just
that
like
I can...
crumbling turrets, crumbling battlements.
Gotcha. Is there anywhere I can, like, push myself in, like Razul did, or, like,
Oh, yeah,
an opening?
yeah. Oh, right. So you can climb 25 feet, can't you? Or only 20?
I can climb full, like, it doesn't cost me extra movement, is what it says. It's strangely worded.
So the wall is 25 feet high. At that point, there is a wall that is effectively 5 feet, but really it's just broken bits of masonry at different levels. So you just climb straight over it. There's no roof. There's no wall. There's just some rubble.
Okay, I was hoping there'd be an opening and I could just try to, like, pull the Yanti out.
You have to pull it. You can pull it over, but yeah. Not
Okay,
out.
never mind. I was hoping I could just reach through the wall and just push it out, but such is life. I will take a bonus action and dash, and I'll climb all the way up over this wall. The roof is out and whatnot, and I have, what, a 10-foot advantage here?
Yeah, I think so.
Or 10 feet above, anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna
The
draw.
wall's only like 3 feet high. The wall doesn't go all the way to the roof. If you're understanding it right. So the wall only reaches waist height, right? Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Never mind. Now I'm understanding.
Yes. Good.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna try to essentially grapple this Yanti and just throw her out.
Sounds good.
Cue Wilhelm scream.
Right. I am not yet in a rage, so I do not have advantage on this. Had to move the extra 5 feet. Such is life. 15.
Pretty good.
Not my best
2d6
effort.
damage. Roll 2d6 as she crashes into the ground below.
Well,
6 damage.
So twists her ankle, but she's still fighting fit. So no longer in an elevated position. She leaves her bow behind. She's got her swords.
And yeah, Flint just kind of keeps moving at that point. Then use my bonus action, so I'm gonna move the remaining time, and I'm gonna kind of pull cover up against this wall here.
All right.
Yeah, right over here is perfect. Oh, very nice.
This one here is going to run into the bushes and attempt to hide.
Smart.
Roz will clean her up.
Disappears from view.
Never mind, that one's getting away.
I mean, you don't need to know where they are with a fireball.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
This one.
fireball.
That being
Good
said,
character.
that being said, I wouldn't waste the resource on one guy.
That would be in character.
It would.
This one tries to escape by jumping off the ledge. Makes her acrobatics check or athletics to try to climb down. Does so just perfectly. Lands in the mud. Mounts the horse.
Damn.
No, the horse is supposed to run off. I forgot to smack the horse. I forgot to smack the horse in the behind.
And
He's got played.
So Debbie is walking from now on.
DC 5 DC 5 to get the horse moving.
DC 5. Oh,
Yeah.
shame.
Oh
And
my
she's
God.
away. Bum, 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 bum. Horse does a dash.
Gone with Devi's horse, and I don't know if you had anything in those saddlebags.
No, I didn't. I always carry the stuff on me because I do dumb stuff like that.
You know yourself as a player, and that's yeah, there you go.
Yeah, plus I have a high enough strength, I can just carry it.
You can see your horse fleeing the crime scene. You also see a bunch of lizardmen that are unarmed and unarmored running straight for you.
Alright. No more arrows come? I thought there were more arrows.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the arrows. Yeah, so there'll be 8 arrows. They're not going to bother you. Like, we'll do them for ceremony.
Only you. He's got to roll like.
They hold their attacks.
Alright.
Oh no.
At the start of my turn, I take the dodge action.
Alright.
They're learning.
Bonus action, I move my spiritual weapon kind of downward angle, so I'm only moving at 15 feet. Because, Pythagoras. And then, yeah, I'm going to continue going, smacking my shield with my spear and chanting taunts in Dwarvish. Let's go.
Alright. Next.
Nyx is gonna take the dodge action and slowly creep up behind Debbie.
Oh,
Use the
no.
tanks for cover. Good work, soldier.
I mean, it's what you do.
Yup.
That'll be it.
Alright. Okay, so that's the end of Nyx's go. Just one moment. A bit of measuring. Yeah, cool. The Duergar will open fire. But neither are going to hit. So they just look out from their murder hole, but they're unable to land their strikes. Luna.
Yeah, I'll follow up behind as well. 30 feet, and I'll shoot this Draugr here.
Alright, he has 9/10 cover. It gives him +5 armor class as you try to strike through a murder hole. That'll do.
Thread the needle, baby.
Straight through the murder hole in defiance of physics. He can't believe it.
He the Duergar or
You
he
murdered
the,
him through the murder hole?
Oh
Yeah,
no, he's still
pretty
alive.
much. Attempted murder.
Re-murdered
Attempted.
attempted murder hole.
It's a 2 lane
Attempted
hole.
murder.
Oh.
Alright, no. I can only... No, I'm not going there. Anyway,
Go on,
Brazil.
go on.
It was almost like it was kind of glorious. Put it that way.
I thought that's where it was going.
Yeah, of course it was.
The this little gazebo this Dwerger had set up.
Yes.
So he had obviously the vantage point this way.
Yeah,
If
that's
I were to
right.
run up to this arquebus, could I turn it around and point it this way?
Absolutely, yeah,
Then I
yeah.
think that's
He's
what-
got like a bunch of bullets in his
Alright.
belt.
Excellent. Yeah. So
All right.
I've seen Flint kind of scale this wall, toss Luantio out the window, give him a nod of approval, and then I will do just that. I will come over to the arquebus here, kind of stowing my weapons as I do. Just pull up my sheet, make a note of that. Now, will you let me? I'm going to try and use my interact with object to turn it around.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's not like a cannon,
Yeah, sweet.
like a
But it is
rifle,
like a
so you
bipod
can...
or something, right? So I just want to like,
It's
yeah.
like one of those
Yeah,
janitary
yeah.
ones if you've ever
Yeah,
seen
cool.
those. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great that's a great description. So there's the bipod is only not much more than just a copper stand.
Oh, cool. All right. Then,
And the,
pick it up and just turn it around, drop it back down.
Brilliant.
Are you able to? What? Where's all this? I think I might still be getting the dynamic lighting from this token up here. Are we able to perhaps get rid of that one?
oh yeah, I'll get rid of it. Yeah,
that would be great. All right. And then
Oh, that is different.
And then I think there is a wall of dynamic lighting here that I can't see through.
Right. Yeah. So, that's his little gazebo. So I'll just delete the gazebo at this point.
Awesome, thank you. I will take some munitions from his belt pack, load them up. Fucking step 5 foot forward because fuck. And then
Yeah.
then with my bonus action, I will use my cunning action to aim, and I am then going to
Brilliant.
fire the arquebus at this lizardman.
Or can you aim if you've moved?
Yeah,
No.
you can't move if you aim is the one kicker with that one.
You can hide though. You can if you've got that option.
Yeah, okay, that sounds a bit cheesy, but yeah, I suppose
It is a bit.
I suppose I could do that. I might look up aim. Yeah, that's.
You could
because-
also
'cause, like, you
hold
could-
an action
Could
and
you not like?
hide or something.
Could you not just move, stop moving, take the aim action, and then fire? I don't.
You
No, I
need
think-
to have used
yeah.
zero movement is the
Okay.
thing, because
Right.
you're kind of doing that anime thing where you like line up, do your
Yeah,
math,
okay,
and then
sure.
you lead the arrow shot, then you hold your breath, pull back, etc. That's how I see it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm not gonna hide because that, to me as a player, just seems ridiculous. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the shot then. So
Okay.
it's a D20. That's gonna miss regardless of bless. Well, actually, because they're unarmed.
That might hit with bless,
You're
because I
unarmed,
mean
they're
you're.
unarmed.
Have you used your inspiration? We're running at the end of
No.
the table.
Well,
session.
that's 9, and then with my dex becomes a 12.
Okay, 12 may do it. Let's have a look.
And if it
Lizard
doesn't,
folk has 13 natural armor.
all right, I use my inspiration.
Okay.
Even worse. That's my turn.
Exactly. It's a big. It must have got wet in a brief moment when the Dwerger lost his shelter. The gunpowder misfires. Okay. Now this is kind of funny because there's a giant snake waiting right here, kind of underneath the bridge, and it's just waiting for something to come past it, so that it can strike out. It's not like it's not a Zatara snake or anything. It's just a snake that lives in the swamp, and right. And so it's like sees this fucking poor unfortunate lizardman farmer come by and strikes out at him. Probably gets a natural bloody 20. 15's gonna hit. Constricts our poor heroic lizard man. He is grappled and restrained, and he's really upset. Trust
Why, brother?
me.
He's being
Alright.
sick, but I'll see myself out.
That's it. Right.
Quick question: is the person was hidden in this general vicinity, right? Are they hidden or are they gone?
They are hidden, and they might be hidden there, or they might be hidden over here, or they might be hidden over here. Could be over there. Could be in this tree for that matter.
Well, I am going to
You're doing it to him, huh?
move 30 feet this way. No, 30 feet that way. And double firebolt at old girl down there.
Alright. Can you twin up cantrip?
Yeah. Huh?
Yes, but it's two
You can,
different
but you need to
targets.
hit two, yeah, separate targets. You could shoot the
Does
horse
it?
too if you want to kill Devi's horse.
Aw.
Yeah, twins two separate targets.
Well-
Quickened is the one that gives you the. You could do that, but yeah.
Oh
twins
yeah, if
specific.
you want to quicken, you can do that.
I don't have a quicken. Can I empower it though?
You empower after you roll is the thing with that.
Oh, okay.
Is you can look at your dice and say I want to re-roll 3 of these.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna firebolt her.
Alright. She is unarmored. But a 10 won't do it. The fireball sails
Said it-
over her shoulder, just missing by
Oh, it
inches.
won't do it? Okay. Well, shit. Then I am going to just drop one of my minute meteors right there.
Alright.
And if they're in any of that 15 3x3s circle, it'll hit them. Well, 3x3 square.
Alright, which one, sorry?
So centered right here.
Yep.
This one?
She'll have advantage on her dex save.
Okay.
That won't help. And there is a scream and a squeal as you blast her for 8 points of damage.
It's 11.
I think you can boost that to 11 too.
Oh yeah, that's 11.
That's 11.
Alright. Yeah. There's a sound of agony, but her position is still not revealed.
God damn. And that's all my minute meteors. That's my end of my turn.
The lizard folk retreat.
Run away!
They lost their heart to fight real quick.
Flee for your lives.
Oh, that's right before
God,
Daggerdale
it's-
gets plopped, hey? Gandalf rolls up with his star, just whack! Shut up!
Hell yeah.
Right, so I'll move up just 5 feet to get a lay of what's going on. I guess I can see just so many arrows, so many sticking out of Debbie's shield, and probably poking out of her armor as well.
But
Does it look
not
like Debbie?
Not a drop of blood.
Yeah, does it look like you're still pressing forward, or you're just holding position?
Slowly,
crashing.
steadily moving forward.
I'm just shaking my head like Debbie's completely insane. That's what I'm thinking. But I gotta do something to help. I can't think of what to do. Oh, I know what I could do. I'll move 10 more feet up next to Luna. Yeah, and then I'll distance spell haste on Debbie.
Oh yeah, motherfucker!
And concentration on Bless to do so.
You make me so sad.
You make me so happy.
now I think you can move forward and dodge and just move really fast.
Oh god. Can you dodge with the haste action? Like, pull that up.
Hold
to me,
on.
'cause you're-
I think you can.
I
Dash,
think you can,
disengage,
yeah.
hide, or use an object or attack.
Okay.
Use it to
Single
dash, I
attack.
suppose.
So.
I'm
it's-
dashing.
Yeah, that's an extra dash. That's spirit weapon, and that's dodge.
Movement speed and whatnot.
Fucking
And
ridiculous. That's
23
120
AC
feet.
Zoom.
You're gonna outrun us if you're doing that.
Feeling
I
you were gonna
mean,
anyway.
That's how we get the cover across the bridge. They have to do
Fair, you know.
a Sherman tank on fucking steroids.
On speed, it's fucking. We put NOS in the fucking tank
Oh
or
my
something.
God.
Fit alcohol into it.
The last of my movement, I'll move back to where I was.
It also puts me at 23 AC.
The nutty.
Holy shit, dude! You're something. And
Dahlia, before you get the chance, you come under fire. You move out here and cast a spell, and that's when the arrows come.
Ah, okay.
Oh boy.
So
Well, they
it'll
stopped
be a
firing at
disadvantage.
me.
They stopped firing at you, and they
They
waited
learned.
until there was a softer target.
Assuming I don't get knocked unconscious by this, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail my con save.
Fuck, this is low
Okay,
rolls, God.
so DC 15 with mage armor, so that's 1 hit, 2 hits. These are advantage or just regular?
No, there won't be an advantage. They haven't been hit.
So 3 hits then in total.
Are they longbows or short bows?
fuck, they're
Short
short bows.
bows.
Shouldn't that be just?
They're
They're,
disadvantage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I think that's still 3
Yeah,
hits.
it's the same. It's the same number of
yeah,
hits.
it's still 3 hits though. Damn.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not even sure shield will help you with that because those are all like 18s.
One
Whoa,
was a 7.
fuck,
Oh,
I don't have shield.
that's not good.
Yeah, I don't have shield, I'm just taking this full force.
Oh, what?
Oof.
You have not taken shield? That's amazing. Are you unconscious?
I was gonna take. I don't think so. I was gonna take sanctuary, but
That's 40
didn't.
damage. Damn.
41 damage, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
41.
you're at
Then
41.
three con saves, all DC 10.
Oh,
I'm
then
still
you're gonna-
standing thanks to my temp.
The con save on the bless.
No, it's
Oh,
the
that's
haste.
on his haste that he just put on
On
YouTube.
the haste. Yeah,
Oh, I
three-
thought you
three
had
on the haste.
up to cast haste. That was the point of it. Doesn't really, or no, you can. Never mind.
Alright.
Nah, I
three
only,
con saves.
I just didn't count
You got
3
this.
con saves.
Come on. Big money,
Oh,
no
there's one.
ends. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah. Oh, against all odds. Holy balls.
Hello,
And I'm left
darling.
with 7 HP.
Oh fuck.
That's
Yeah.
before the.
I'm gonna immediately retreat back to where I was.
You,
Just
you can
be
take a
like,
turn if you
oh,
want.
it's all the arrows.
Nice rolls.
I look like a porcupine for that.
Not my fault.
All right. After
Wasn't for
that
that.
instance, Flint responds in turn. I'm gonna burn inspiration as I line up this Dwergar across the way.
Alright.
So this is just auto-generated advantage. Ooh, 16.
Okay, that won't be enough to be he's in 3/4 cover or more, and the battlements save his life.
Okay, and I move over 10 feet here. I enter Rage, and I'm essentially just going to jump down over the edge and land next to Luna.
Oh, hey there.
Make an acrobatics check since it is a 20-foot jump.
This is what Rage is for, but yeah, let's see how this goes. 17.
Alright, you only hurt yourself. typing wrong. For 6 points of damage as you land on a sharp piece of stone.
Okay, rage reduces that down to 3. I'm fucking ready for this. Let's go. And I think that's my turn there.
Okay. First of all, from hiding, this 1T attacks Raz with advantage. Determined, since she can't escape his grenades, she will punish him for trying to kill her. 22 Raz.
Fuck. Even if I cast shield, that won't stop it.
12 points of damage. Backs back into the bushes. Taking what cover she can, which is only minimal. Another one down to the south rides away with the horse and goes and starts a new life as an independent bartender.
Very
Good for
nice.
her.
Right?
Luna and
Have a
Flint
nice
are
life.
that's it. Luna and Flint are out in the open. Each group chooses to direct all of their attacks at one person. On a 1 it's Flint, on a 2 it's Luna. Flint is the subject of the first one and also the subject of the second. As 8 poison arrows coming towards Flint, all at disadvantage.
Brilliant. You've been rolling really good this session, though, so we'll see what happens.
That's 5 crits.
Oh, I think those all miss.
I think they all miss.
Sure, all there's
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Short
Yeah, that's not even close.
8 to 14.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Alright. And we come back to David.
Debbie's going to take the dodge action. And Debbie's going to go ahead and move 60 to there. Sidestepping, so going like this to hopefully stay out of range. And then I'm going to take hasted action to dash.
That is just terrifying. Imagine being these lizard men.
Dude, Debbie's the 6-foot monstrosity, and like she's the invert of the Banite priest,
Yeah,
man.
fucking Apache helicopter with all the spirit guardians coming through. Man.
Oh, dude,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
right? I mean, yeah.
Holy shit.
And Spirit Guardian's damage, I'll roll it, but it doesn't take effect till the start of turn for them. So yeah, that is the end of my turn with my spiritual weapon slowly trying to keep up with me.
It's like getting dragged along with.
Nyx will,
Sorry, Nyx, yep.
Nyx will run up 40 and take the dodge action.
Alright. She's brave, but she's also sensible.
You're not
very
thinking about me.
confused why Devi just ran the speed of sound.
Huh.
Cocks her ears and like knocks her head a little bit. Like, what? What was that?
Okay. Devi, a creature appears around the other side of the corner, like they pop their head through the holes in the battlements. They look vaguely like a human covered in white scales, but with a hooded cobra's head topping off the ensemble. They look at you, they peer at you, and they begin casting an enchantment. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh yes.
And it proves to be an ineffective spell, so the snake-hooded entity disappears back behind the walls.
witness for being a cleric.
I mean, rolling a 19 was the most important part of
That's
that.
true. That's true, but having a fun is kind of nice.
Alright. The Dwerger ignore the wolf, and they ignore the snake as well. That gives them really two options between Flint and Luda, both of which are poor options. They're both at disadvantage. On a 1, it's Flint, and on a 2, it's Luda.
Gimme.
2 ones. Oh, okay.
Ah, fair.
First on Flint. First. And second on Luda.
Aw,
What the fuck?
that hits.
What is
Does
this
18
bullshit?
misses, Luna?
No, I
No,
didn't say.
18 hits.
Alright.
Oh,
No, it's not too
I'm
bad.
so mad that wasn't me right now.
I'm just gonna kind of ignore the snake and just dash. Try and get into the action at some point.
Alright. Okay. Razul.
Taking a leaf out of Flint's book here, going 10 foot to the ledge and then like vaulting over.
Yeah. Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Brilliant. You
fucking
land
hell.
without so much as a splash or any pain at all. You land flat on the ground.
So that's 15 feet, so that would give me 25. That's my movement. With my cunning action, I will dash. I'm going to, well, Razul is going to assume that the snake is occupied with its current prey, and is going to use his action to dash as well. So I will leave the reach of the creature, but that's me.
Okay. The serpent drags the lizardman back into the water and
Oh, good
they
luck.
make
Tim.
sweet love.
Sweet love, you mean dinner?
Yes. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Right.
Alright. Roz is going to chromatic orb the one in the tree.
Alright.
Yabushki. Does that hit?
It will.
Casting it as level 1. Plus 3. So 15.
15 is enough to incapacitate her. And she's lying on the ground groaning as she rolls around, all but senseless from the pain.
And I'm going to go 30 feet and try to follow them.
Alright, it'll be 5 feet to squeeze through one of the cracks in the walls, but apart from that, your movement is unimpeded.
Oh, is this
The portcullis is
still down?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
Can I redo that movement then?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I think that's 30. Yeah. That's it.
A couple of lizardmen are caught up in the spiritual guardians. One is quicker than the other.
Yep, one takes 13, one takes 6.
With nowhere to run, they will simply try to clog up the tunnel.
That's cute.
Fuck.
The rest of them get some sort of orders and assume a defensive line in front of the main fortress.
They're just begging for the Roz special right now.
They take the dodge action themselves.
Oh, he's about to be booking it over there.
Oh, they are.
Roz is just on cleanup.
I will pluck out one of the arrows sticking in my flesh and then immediately heal the wound. Just cure wounds is level on myself.
Alright.
A 1 and a 2. Rogues.
Huh.
Oh man,
Is it
is
good
that
enough for
3
D&D?
ones you just rolled?
Just
You're
one.
focusing- Focusing so much on your spell that you spilled the healing potion.
Well, I have
Alright.
this is a
Anyway,
for me to use my class feature.
Perfect.
I'll
there we go.
Just in time.
re-roll both of those d8s.
Cool.
You can reroll all of them, can't you?
Which is 2.
There's only 2.
Oh, is it only
Yeah.
2? I thought you were doing it 1 level higher.
First
actually,
level of
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of potions, I think.
So it's actually 12 HPA instead of 7.
much better.
It's good.
Alright. Okay, Flint, you're coming under fire and where you're standing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait to move up with Dahlia, however long that's gonna take her. So I am going to hold my ground and stand fast. These guys can't shoot for shit. I'm gonna take the aim action and I'm gonna punk that Dwergar that got lucky last time.
Alright.
Punking good.
I was hoping here. Oh, fuck. Okay, no, I have that. Yeah. If it'll roll for me. Ugh.
F.
There's flint rolls for you.
Oh man, I've been at the like plus 15 and the negative 5 here all night. Oh well. I have a big shoot me sign on me.
Flashing neon.
Inside the
perfect.
battlements. Yeah. Inside the battlements, the archers are rearranging their position, so you don't come under fire this round. Heavy.
Alright. Well, then I'm gonna take the dodge action. I'm going to move to right here. Right there. And then I'm going to hold an attack
Ooh.
action.
Oh, that actually hit. 4 of them. Yeah, it'll get. Oh no, 5. It'll get. No, 4. It'll get 4.
No, let's move right there. That way I hit all of them.
That'll get all of them. Yeah.
And I'll hold an attack action for when I see the spellcaster again. And bonus action. Come on, spiritual weapon, you can make it. I cast you at the wrong time.
You might as well just drop it and cast it again.
Amazing.
Doesn't
I
want to
might
burn the
just.
spell.
That being said, I'll just until I have a good time to use it. I'm just gonna keep moving it.
Yeah, sure. Alright, and we
yeah.
shall leave it there for the week, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this ought to be good.
Yup.
We got the party's getting overextended. The hasted members are getting overrun. Our healer just got ganked with like fucking 50 points of damage.
And you're about to run through the murder hole gauntlet.
Yeah. And I wasn't able to fucking land any shots on those archers, so I think they're at full strength.
The artillery is on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting caught up chasing squirrels here.
One of the Draugars at less than half, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
one more
Yeah.
thing is that Debbie comes under fire from 6 arrows, but they're at disadvantage.
Or is that the murder holes, or is that something else?
They're deeper murder holes, yeah, like not on these front line guys, but archers
Ooh.
deeper than the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You wanna roll that up?
Oh, it's 117. I still think you haven't taken a hit yet.
No.
I haven't. No.
Not with
No,
that,
you-
yeah, with that haste, and that's fucking. If you keep on dodging like that, that's disgusting. Like Arctic
The
probably is just
The
getting sick of it.
23 would barely hit.
I can see the vein in the forehead from here. The 23. The 23 is a
Quick,
crit.
roll the charisma save. Charm him.
Yeah.
It's at disadvantage though, so it's still it's not a crit. It's a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Hold on. Let me
Fucking
see.
bullshit.
I'm dodging, holding an attack, have protection from poison. What else? Oh yeah, and I have
Oh
spiritual
my
guardians up.
god. Fucking ridiculous. The Devi special. Like, who needs a battering ram when you have you? Like, what this character lacks in, like, mechanical, like, prevalence, I was just happy I was able to scale the wall and pull somebody off of it. I've always wanted to do that.
Honestly, I really do appreciate Dahlia casting haste on me.
Oh god, it makes you just it turns something that's a tank into a Ferrari tank that just had a bunch of like straight
Well-
pure alcohol spit into the engine.
Well, my main source of damage is a AoE
Guardians.
is centered on me. So if I can get the extra movement to move that around exactly where I want it, it's
Yeah, you're a
disgusting.